Fence with a new puppy? My husband went to Fence Outlet with our measurements because we can do the one side ourselves. Then 2 days later, Fence Outlet delivered the materials with concrete. Buying direct from Fence Outlet allowed the warranty of the fence to be in our name. We appreciate Fence Outlet for making a difficult situation easier.
Go to fenceoutlet.com today. License number C10252 and C10803.
Early detection saves lives. It's a game changer in terms of treatment when you're talking about heart disease and cancer. Life Imaging FLA can help you with that. You know, we're all going to enjoy hanging out with our families and loved ones this holiday season. Did you know that on December 25th, December 26th, the most cardiac deaths occur? I know, it's a little scary. Listen, get a scan if you can. Get checked for heart disease. Get checked for cancer. Pick up your cell phone and call Life Imaging FLA. Get a scan if you can. It's a free hard scan. There's a few minimum requirements, but this is a $699 value. So from your cell phone, dial pound 250. Say the keyword free hard scan. That's pound 250. Just say free hard scan and you'll be connected in seconds. Get a scan if you can. Ask them about cancer screening as well. You'll have an option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia. It's Life Imaging FLA. Get a scan if you can. It's really important. Pound 250. Say the words free heart scan.
The holidays are the happiest time of the year. That is, unless you or your loved ones are miserable because of colds, sinus infections, or allergies. This holiday season, give the gift of better breathing with Navage. What makes Navage so effective? Well, unlike cold and allergy drugs that might take a long time to help, if they're effective at all, Navage provides fast relief from sinus congestion in 30 seconds flat. Navage doesn't just relieve symptoms, it attacks the cause by sucking out the germs, allergens, and viruses trapped in your nose that are making you feel miserable. Best of all, Navage does it naturally, without drugs. Wash away your cold and congestion problems this holiday season. Add Navage to your gift list so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier all year long. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
Hey creators, it's your chance to be heard. Always dreamed of making your own song? Now you can with just a few swipes on the Hype app, where you can effortlessly create music, share it with friends, and join a community of real musicians. Listen to Johnny's House on XL 1067 for a chance to hear your Hype song air on the radio. The best Hype wins $5,000. Download the Hype app at XL1067.com. That's HYPH. Or follow XL 1067 on Insta.
Explore the heart of Lake Mary at Park Jewelers, your family-owned destination for fine jewelry. Park Jewelers delivers unparalleled customer service and an exceptional selection of fine jewelry and gemstones. Let us assist you in finding the perfect engagement ring, or choose from our gorgeous selection of diamond and gemstone jewelry for any occasion. With on-site jewelers for repairs and custom designs, we're here for you every step of the way. Visit myparkjewelers.com and become a part of our valued family today.
On the app or in store, Orlando runs on Duncan.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because your case matters. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Tuesday, December 12th, 2023. Lots to get to today. From This Is Infuriating to Patrick Mahomes is super sorry and why people thought Eminem was dead. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lane. Chipotle.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. And it is, friends, a Share the Show Tuesday. The final Share the Show Tuesday of 2023, and now is the best time for you to hit that like button over on the stream, to hit share, to tell somebody about the News Junkie radio show and the fine station that you're listening to it on, and just spread the word about this show. We appreciate you doing that all year long, and this is just one more day to show us you love us, all right? We got some more stuff going on with Junkie Claws in just a moment. We'll tell you about that. But right now, let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to a woman who just bought Chipotle. It's kind of sporty in a way, I guess. She's a little upset about her time at Chipotle. Oh. Here she is. Let's listen in.
My burrito bowl from Chipotle just cost me $19.82. Yes, I got guac.
Yes.
But that shouldn't make it $19.82. That is so much money for one bowl. What is happening?
What is happening? She says $19.82 for one Chipotle bowl.
Good year.
I don't know if that is more than it's been previously. I don't know anything about Chipotle bowls, but it sounds expensive to me.
It does, but you say that, now tell us what you added on. Everyone knows that guac is extra.
Yes. Oh, yeah, guac is expensive. They don't give that away for free over at Chipotle. They charge for that, and that lady paid a little bit more premium for the guac on her Chipotle bowl.
Chipotle was one of the restaurants that fell victim to the everybody had their own little hacks, food hacks for Chipotle, where you would get the bowl, but if you asked for just tortillas on the side, they wouldn't charge you enough for them, if at all. So people, instead of getting 2 burritos, they would just get the bowl and get a couple tortillas, and they had these systems that Chipotle and the powers that be had to weed through all their menus and different offerings online and squash that.
Yeah,
you
because someone talked about it online.
Yeah, they all played themselves. They made it more expensive than it would have been. Also, I would guess, if I went right around the corner to the Chipotle that's near me, it's not going to be that much. I think sometimes this is like the Chipotle in downtown San Francisco, where they're forced to pay the employees $25 an hour minimum wage, or there's something that ties into this that makes it even more expensive.
She just left the Chipotle in Honolulu.
Yeah, right. It's always something like that when you look into it. Of course, everything's expensive. Everybody on chat is saying, stop eating out. Well, that's the one way to punish these people that they may understand that things are a lot more expensive. Fresh Rock says, maybe when they ring it up and you don't want to pay $19.82, say nope and walk out. You do that enough, that may have an impact on this kind of stuff. So we'll see. Right now, things remain a little expensive, a little on the expensive side. Meanwhile, for actual sports, friends, last night,
I knew it.
Not a great night for the Dolphins, unfortunately. They blew the lead to the Titans that they had going.
14 points, huh?
Oh, my God, what a shame.
Crazy game, though.
The Dolphins falling to the Titans, and the Giants beat the Packers last night. I was watching both of these games very closely.
Yeah, you had set up the 2 TVs in your living room, right?
Yeah, I had my analytical software running and was adding. I do my own stats. I do not trust ESPN and those other networks to do my stats.
That makes sense.
I do them personally just to make sure I'm right. I did love that Tommy DeVito was out there leading the Giants down the field. He did a great job, I thought.
Danny's nephew?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Danny DeVito's, a little-known fact, Danny DeVito's nephew, Tommy DeVito, much taller than Danny DeVito, able to play the quarterback position out there on the field. So some wins and losses there last night in the world of football. In the game of life, however, there is the least surprising story in front of me today as I crack open my eyes and take on the world. And this says, according to Pew Research, nearly 1 in 5 teens say they're on YouTube or TikTok, quote, almost constantly. And If you're surprised by that, I'm wondering what cave you've been living in, friends.
Yeah, it turns out.
This is real obvious if you just watch anything. I went to a place the other day. You know what? I crapped on this place the first time I ever went there. I did. I admit it. I did. A place called Wine Bar George. Crapped on them. I said the service was horrible and the experience was bad. The Wine Bar George people were not happy about that. And they were friends with the boss. There was all kinds of stuff going on there.
Whoopsie.
But we said, let's go back. And when we went back, they have a biscuits and gravy there. Oh, my God.
I love me some biscuits and gravy.
Okay, if you do, go there. It's the best biscuits and gravy I've ever had in my life.
Chunky?
And it's just perfect. It's perfect in every single way. And that place is awesome. So I turned the corner on them, 180 on Wine Bar George. And they have, have you ever had Dole Whip, Sabrina? Have you ever experienced Dole Whip?
Dole Whip? I don't think so because I'm not even sure what that is, Sean.
Okay, it's like a pineapple concoction. And it's like a frozen thing. It comes in different flavors too. But they have a Dole Whip frozen mimosa, which will knock your socks right off your damn feet. And I swear by it. Now, it's one of my favorite things on the planet. So love them. Turn the corner on them. Good for you, Wine Bar George.
I'm glad you guys made up.
We did. It took some time, but here we are, and they are, and now they're going to finally succeed. They've been struggling ever since.
And there goes the bridge.
No, they've been doing just
It just
fine.
kept getting awkward anytime I was in the room with Wine Bar George and you showed up, and then I was like, all right,
here he is.
I got to pretend like you didn't talk crap about Wine Bar George.
You know, they when you get there, when you sit down at the bar, they obviously hand you their wine menu. And just for S's and giggles, I take a look at that wine menu, and I'm like, how rich are some of you? My God. There's some wines on there that are so expensive, you can buy them by the ounce, and they're still like $62 an ounce. Like, this is liquid gold that they're selling at some of these places.
I would just be so scared that I, pay that, and then as soon as I go to sip it, all over my face.
Spill it everywhere. Just wear it. Yeah, that place is fantastic. So kudos to them. Anyhow,
I've
back to
already
the
hit
teens.
3 buttons into the Chipotle on Uber Eats, and I'm up to $19.70.
Are you really? So it is that expensive for the Chipotle bowl?
Yeah, burrito bowl. I mean, we're talking Uber Eats, so usually there's they add some monies to the stuff, but $12.30 for the bowl, $3.90 to add carne asada, and then $3.50 to add guacamole. Woo. And now we're there.
Yeah, that's pricey. Naomi on YouTube says, my mom and I had 2 steak bowls from Chipotle with 2 bottled waters, and it was $27. I actually thought it would cost more, so no complaining for me. No, don't do that. Don't lower your complaining threshold. We can't do that in the midst of all these rising prices. Once you get used to it, you go, hey, I looked over the other day at the gas station, and the gas was $2.99, and I go, whoa,
it's a deal.
But you're not used to you're used to paying much more. So when it comes down just a little bit, you go, well, this is better now.
But also, don't you feel like there's a bit of a trend of people taking to TikTok or Instagram or any sort of social media and complaining about how much they paid for something?
Yes, 1,000%.
And
That's what I've been trying to highlight, because they're getting the whole Space Bucks thing off of it. And so they go, I went to the grocery store and this is what I got for $100. And it's a thing of grapes and a loaf of bread. And you go, hang on, stuff is expensive, but I think you're exaggerating here so that you could go viral and be in front of these teen eyeballs that are just glued to YouTube and TikTok. They say the report paints a picture of a rising generation whose lives are dominated by a handful of social platforms amid ongoing debate over the possible mental health harms that could result. And I brought up Wine Bar George because when I was sitting there having my delicious Dole Whip mimosa and biscuits and gravy, I look over at the table next to me. There's a big old family there. They had a kid who was probably 3. Kid had a tablet in front of him. They had a kid who was probably 5. Tablet in front of them. Kid who was like 7. All 3 tablets in front of them, just clicking away on the iPads.
Oh my gosh. Every time I see those tablets, though, I see how that screen looks, and it drives me insane. I'm like, you nasty ass kids. So greasy, and it's like and they have that big thick protector too.
Yeah.
And I'm glad it entertains them, but it's like, can you wipe it down every once in a while?
Yeah.
You sickos.
I also heard the other day somebody who covers UFC fighting, and they also cover like WWE and wrestling and whatnot. And they said, WWE's YouTube channel was, I believe they said, 16th place on YouTube for the month with 25 million views, which is impressive. That's a lot. It's a lot of views. 25 million views on WWE-related content on their page. And they said number one was one that if C-Lane's not familiar with, he probably will be soon. It was something like Shapes and Colors, I think.
That's it?
And Shapes and Colors YouTube channel had 530 million views for the month.
My God.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. We're in the wrong business. Let's start talking to kids, for God's sake.
It's if it holds the kids' attention, it's worth it. So we do the Hey Bear videos sometimes to see if he'll try and kind of, watch it for a while.
Does it work for little Jackson?
It'll keep his attention for a little bit. He still can't really see all that well. Like that part's still developing. Then we try to show him stuff, and like yesterday, his eyes were getting real cross-eyed. We were like, maybe we should stop.
What are we doing?
Cross-eyed.
There is a picture of him very cross-eyed.
Oh, please send.
Was this after he got into that, not Mike's Hard Lemonade, what was in his crib for the photo you posted on Instagram?
That was an icing.
Yeah, that's right. Smeared off ice.
It wasn't his.
No, of course it wasn't.
Oh, he had a little bit. You put it in the gums.
Do you think that I think you gave your kid a Smirnoff Ice at 6 weeks old?
I'm curious if you know what an icing is.
Yeah, of course I do. Yes. Yeah,
well, then check under your chair, Sean.
That'd be great.
I'll roll this thing back just to check. Nearly half of teens say they use the internet almost constantly, which is on par with what they said last year and double what was going on in the 2014-2015 survey. Roughly 9 out of 10 are on YouTube. It's the most popular social media channel for teens. 71% using it once a day or more. They got TikTok at number 1, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter on the line down below that. Then they asked about Be Real, and they said 13% of teens still using it. So there's still a couple teenagers on there at least.
And then my, now 30-year-old sisters are using it. And I was like, guys, that's so earlier this year.
Get with it. What are you doing? Okay, we have so much to talk about today as we roll through our final 4 shows of 2023. People getting ready to head out for vacation. Many of you already checked out, I can tell. And they said there's a record U.S. holiday air travel on the way. 7.5 million of you are going to be flying out, so you're getting ready for that, and we are as well. When we come back, what does Junkie Claus have for us today? We'll find that out. Plus, what are you immersed in 2023? What has grabbed your attention more than anything else? That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Sure, you could use it to work out.
Are you ready to work together to create a healthier life?
Or you could just say, Alexa, play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Minor crash on International Drive South at State Road 535. Rest of the Central Florida area looking good right now, aside from the typical slowdowns around I-4 eastbound past US 27, looking good past downtown all the way into the Altamont Springs area. And we have the beach line looking great to the Space Coast, 192 out to Melbourne in good shape, and no problems at all on the Greenway. See traffic troubles? Call the Safe Touch Security Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Pat Largo.
This report is sponsored by CarsForKids.org.
It's a busy time, but remember that this is a season of giving. And when you donate your vehicle to CarsForKids.org, you're making sure that more kids stay in school and graduate. So donate your vehicle to CarsForKids.org. That's CarsForKids.org.
Right off the car, not the kid.
Real Radio wants to send you to space. Or at least as far as the Kennedy Space Center Visitors Complex to experience holidays in space. All you have to do is use the Real Radio Talkback feature on our free iHeartRadio app. Maybe tell us how you plan to escape the holiday stress this season. It doesn't matter what you send, all talkbacks will be entered for the prize. One winner will be randomly drawn each weekday so you can experience holidays in space at the Kennedy Space Center Visitors Complex. Use the Real Radio Talkback on the iHeartRadio app right now and talk back to space for your chance to win. Head to realradio.fm/contest for another chance to enter.
Melissa Etheridge, I'm Not Broken Tour. April 11th, inside Hard Rock Event Center at Seminole Hard Rock Tampa. For tickets, go to Ticketmaster.com or HardRockTampa.com. Melissa Etheridge in concert. I'm Not Broken Tour. Seminole Hard Rock Tampa.
Immerse yourself in premium nationwide coverage, contract-free plans, and always-free activation with Consumer Cellular, now at your local Target. While you're there, check out our newest phone, the Iris Flip. It's all the phone and camera you need, plus it features a user-friendly design, making it the perfect flip phone. From now to December 16th, you can score $10 off when you buy the Consumer Cellular Iris Flip at Target, making it only $39.99. Visit your nearest Target for the full scoop.
Looking for top-notch personal protection? The Smith & Wesson Equalizer is here to level the playing field. Easy to rack slide, easy to control ergonomic grip. It's designed for you. With a 10, 13, and 15-round magazine included, size up for better control or size down for easier concealment. Don't miss out on the opportunity to upgrade your safety. Visit your local dealer now. To learn more about the Equalizer, visit smith-wesson.com. Smith & Wesson, empowering Americans. All capacity sizes may not be available in your jurisdiction. Be sure to check your local laws and regulations.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZQuil.
ZQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZQuil nights. Explore our products at ZQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Explore the heart of Lake Mary at Park Jewelers, your family-owned destination for fine jewelry. Park Jewelers delivers unparalleled customer service and an exceptional selection of fine jewelry and gemstones. Let us assist you in finding the perfect engagement ring, or choose from our gorgeous selection of diamond and gemstone jewelry for any occasion. With on-site jewelers for repairs and custom designs, we're here for you every step of the way. Visit myparkjewelers.com and become a part of our valued family today.
Ho, ho, hold up. It's the end of the year already, and I'm way behind. So this month, I'm slaying prices. You'll save up to $6,000 off a nicer, newer car. Plus, I'll stuff your stocking with $1,000 Christmas cash on a new car. But hurry, this deal's done once we wrap up. I'm RC Hill from RC Hill Mitsubishi, Central Florida's first choice for new Mitsubishis. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit requires bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced. See details at rchill.com.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Just go to hims.com/radio. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the name brands at up to 95% off. That's right. Get generic for Viagra, the same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but for 95% less. It's the same medication, still prescribed by a licensed medical provider, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio for your free online visit. HIMS.com/RADIO.
Extra cash? Coming right up. Happy Money is letting you in on a happier way to elevate your savings with an incredible certificate offered by Alliant Credit Union. Smart, bold, and straightforward. Alliant offers a 12-month certificate with 5.25 APY annual percentage yield with a low minimum deposit of $1,000. Funds are insured up to $250,000. Best of all, anyone can apply to join. Elevate your savings today. Visit happymoney.com/Alliant. That's ALLIANT. The APY is accurate as of the 11/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
The free iHeartRadio app is your home for the holidays. Open the app and click on the holiday banner, or search iHeart Holiday and start listening to Magic 107.7, plus stations playing all kinds of holiday music, Christmas classics, Christmas jazz, country, R&B, tons of playlists, even podcasts. Our gift to you, the perfect holiday soundtrack. Join the millions of listeners on the iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Looking to take your next event to the next level? Party Time Rentals in Apopka serves all Central Florida.
From birthdays to weddings, corporate events to family reunions, Party Time Rentals in Apopka has everything you need to make your event unforgettable.
Our wide selection will make your party planning a breeze.
Our friendly staff is ready to help, ensuring your event goes off without a hitch.
Party Time Rentals in Apopka. Visit us today in Apopka or online at partytimeapopka.com.
Three best friends diving into the deep end of internet culture.
Momanji, the realtor, thinks I'm absolutely insane, or I'm just not sure what he's expecting out of me here. But this morning, I saw on my door handle, on my front door, a bag, and I opened it up, and inside the bag are three of the hottest looking peppers I have ever seen in my life.
They're so cute.
These are like, I don't know if they were modified in some sort of laboratory or something.
They look like habaneros. Has he told you otherwise?
No, he didn't say.
Well, it kind of looks like banana peppers to me, unless the color's off
these
here.
aren't banana peppers. Yeah, you're just seeing it. They're like orange and reddish.
Try it right now.
Oh, no. Can't do that. I'll explode during the show. I don't even know what they are yet. We'll have to get some confirmation on that. I'll tell you what. I will eat one of the peppers on the show today if today's offering from Junkie Claus completely sells out. It's up at getskywall.com. And I'm just hoping that there's like one 4XL left over or something. There's only like 50 of them or something.
I will buy it then just to watch this.
Go over to getskywall.com. You can see in front of me, this is the design we have re-released from the office closet for Junkie Claus. It's the This Week in Florida design, only a handful of each color in green and blue and pink. You'll get it in time for Christmas. It comes with a random magnet and a sticker. This is just us offering you one last opportunity on some things we had some extras of in the office closet. So if you want to grab that, go to getskywall.com, and perhaps if it sells out, this little teeny tiny one on the end, this little last one here, I might try to eat on the show.
I don't know if picking the smallest one is what you should do.
Oh, no. Would that be worse somehow?
I have like a theory that some things that they have like a finite amount of flavor, and the bigger they get, the more it like dilutes. Like Florida avocados, by the way, like for example, are like the size of footballs sometimes. But they're not that good. The good avocados are Haas avocados from California. They're smaller.
Right. Just bigger is not always better,
Correct.
Is what you're saying.
And have you ever had those like little tiny red peppers, the red chilies, like the Thai chilies?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, when those are fresh, woo!
That packs a punch. This might be a really bad idea. Angel on YouTube says, do you get the new magnet with it? You're going to get a random magnet. Everybody's going to get a different one from the office closet as Junkie Claus continues into this week. So this is the second design you get access to this week in Florida. As I said, in 3 colors. Go grab yours right now at getskywall.com. Let me know if something is not working for you. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. God, I wish I hadn't said that. This could be a complete disaster. I still got to find out what it is. I mean, I don't know what we're dealing with here. Did he grow these himself?
What
is
does
this
that
some
little
sort
label say there? Nothing?
Oh, no, that's just his business card. That's just Mo Manji dropping his business card in there. He randomly left me 3 of these incredibly hot-looking peppers and his business card in a plastic baggie on my doorstep. And so here we are. Okay, we're going to get to you and see what's on your mind. Your dispatch is flowing into the newsjunkie.com right now. And they said the numbers are in from all the Googling done in 2023. They always release their year-end search, talking about what everybody was typing in to Google. And in the news category, about zero surprise. Any guesses as to what would be number 1 for the most searched in news in 2023?
Ooh, gosh.
AI?
Is it recent?
No, no.
News?
Oh, then I would say the Israel.
Yep.
versus
Yeah,
Palestine?
that's it. Yeah, war in Israel and Gaza was number 1. The second one is not on the top of your mind. But at the time, it transfixed us all. And we were so focused on watching this story unfold and will there be survivors, and what would make somebody want to do this? And
the submersive, the
Titanic submarine thing was the second most searched as that went down. Number 3, nobody would probably get the Turkey earthquake, which was horrible. Hurricane Hillary and Hurricane Idalia were the other 2 in the top 5 of people searched for on Google in 2023. I was kind of surprised. Any guesses as to who you think would be at the top of that list?
Oh, for the hurricanes, you said?
No. Oh. Just people in general. Searches for regular people. I'll give you an example. Travis Kelce was number 5 on the list. Kylian Mbappe was number 4. I'm guessing that's how you say his name. Kylian Mbappe was a French soccer player, is number 4. Andrew Tate was number 3. Jeremy Renner was number 2. And number 1, never would have guessed. Any last-minute guesses before I tell you who was most Googled for 2023?
Female or male?
Male.
Elon
Sports.
Musk? Oh.
Nope. Sports. Male from the sports world. We were all rooting for him.
Hamlin.
That's right. Damar Hamlin was the most searched. That's kind of surprising to me.
I forgot. It seems so long ago, but that happened in January. So that was like one of the first things of the year.
But that still held up the entire year as the most Googled thing. Huh?
Yeah, that's surprising to me that nothing overtook that. Celebrity deaths, very little surprise here. Jerry Springer was number 5. Ken Block was number 4. Sinead O'Connor was number 3.
Jerry Springer.
Yeah.
Jerry Springer. I'm thinking Seinfeld for a second. Like,
no, he's still alive. Don't kill him off. Tina Turner was number 2, and who was number 1 for celebrity deaths Googled in 2023?
I don't even remember who died.
Oh, it's not
Queen,
that long
Queen
ago.
Elizabeth.
No, it's not that long ago.
Friggin'.
There were memes. There were memes about it.
RBG?
Oh, my God, both of you.
RBG.
Really?
No. It was.
So no one told you?
Oh, Matthew Perry.
That's right. Matthew Perry was the most Googled celebrity death of the year. And of the movies, Barbie was number 1, Oppenheimer number 2. Jawan was the 3rd most Googled movie, Jawan. I'm not familiar with that.
Exactly. That's probably what was the most Googled.
I don't know where that one came from, but that was on the top of the list, and you guys were very interested in searching for that. Steve-O mentions Jimmy Buffett on YouTube. How was that not up there?
I thought it was.
That was surprising. Well, I mean, it just at least wasn't in the top 5 for the list that I was looking at from Google, because that was surprising. He's a huge star. Everybody knows who Jimmy Buffett is.
I have Jimmy Buffett at number 4 for passing.
No, mine says Matthew Perry, Tina Turner, Sinead O'Connor, Ken Block, and Jerry Springer. Unless they screwed up this list over at News.
I feel like Jimmy Buffett deserves to be there over Ken Block.
I do too. Yeah, but maybe it's like a combination here. Maybe it's like celebrity dies, news coverage, and then people go, who is Ken Block? And then they're more likely to Google the name. When Jimmy Buffett dies, they know who Jimmy Buffett is. They hear the story and they go, damn, did you hear about that? And they post on social media or something. It might be a little more disconnected. Mo Manji, the realtor, sent a dispatch in about these mystery peppers I have here that he left at my doorstep. And he says, don't do it, Sean.
Hey, guys, I hope you guys are doing well. Sean, don't do that. That will kill you. That chili is from Africa. I grew it in my backyard. It is super hot. You need something else with it. Don't just eat one. It will kill you. Thanks. Bye.
Wait, he didn't even tell me what kind it is.
Nope. Just, it will kill you.
It's from Africa. He grew it himself in his backyard, and it will kill me. That's all I know now.
Unless you, add it on a cracker, then it won't kill you?
Yeah, you got to eat it with something else, he said. I mean, this one's really small. It's only the size of, a little bigger than a grape or something. I don't feel like it could do that much damage, right? Maybe the looks are deceiving, and this would be a terrible idea.
Remember, it was around this time last year that you put hand sanitizer on your tongue, and that didn't work out well for you?
Yeah,
is this different?
Guess what I did? All right, guess what I did? I learned a lesson, okay?
You did.
I learned that alcohol and hand sanitizer is different from alcohol in... alcohol. And I learned that I probably shouldn't spray that in my mouth. And I survived the show, did I not? I made it through that show alive. So perhaps this could help it happen as well. I see people gobbling up the This Week in Florida re-release from the Office closet. And if you eat them all, maybe just like a half of the little one. I need to know more, Momanji. What is this thing? What's the name of it? What is this? Lee Rhodes says, do it. Don't be such a pussy. I don't know enough about it. Roy Wood says, it's from Africa. I grew it in my backyard. These are all the details that we have as of right now. Let's go over to Jazzy Josh. He's talking about that Chipotle bill that was mighty expensive.
Man, it blows my mind that people complain about how groceries shopping is so expensive or eating healthy is expensive, but then they go to Chipotle and spend $20 on a stupid bowl. Look at the ingredients. You can buy a pound of ground beef, some rice, some veggies. I mean, you're spending $3.50 on guacamole when you can buy an entire avocado for $1.
True.
All that stuff. You can buy everything for $10. You can make 4 bowls and it'll probably taste better than Chipotle. And honestly, it's not even a big deal. It takes like 10 minutes to make that. I mean, I don't know if people are just lazy or stupid, but man, it's crazy.
I think the problem is a little deeper than that, especially for younger folks. Even though I saw a story yesterday that was like Gen Z is getting deep into learning how to cook and making their own meals. And I go, anecdotally speaking, I am not seeing this. I am seeing, I think, more people than ever who just are disengaged completely with cooking because it's so easy to get your food delivered to you, get somebody else to make it. I don't know how to cook barely anything, right? I know how to cook super basic things. Can I make some pierogies in the microwave? Yes, sir, I can. Can I make a hot dog? Yes, absolutely. My scrambled eggs are very, very good. But can I cook something that's like a Chipotle bowl? That's probably above my pay grade. I don't think I could do that. Courtney could do it very easily. She's a fantastic cook. She's the best. But I couldn't do it. And I think a lot of younger people, they even people who aren't so young, just they're not engaging with cooking. They don't do it. And so to them, it's foreign to think of going to the grocery store, buying all the ingredients, and doing something that would be smart. Like if you were, you go to work every day, right? And you got to bring lunch. You go to the grocery store and you make one big ass pot of all this stuff that's in one of those Chipotle bowls. And you get a 5 plastic containers and you dole it out into those plastic containers. And then each day at lunch, you open your delicious homemade Chipotle bowl, even better than the real thing. And you do it that way. But people just aren't doing it enough. Kurt says, microwave pierogi, WTF. You're missing out, buddy. The ones I got.
That video somewhere.
Oh,
and Courtney trying to open up a bag of pierogies.
I was so drunk.
You guys were hammered.
Yeah. That video was a rough one to watch afterwards. I think I cleaned up my life a little bit after that.
I get what Kurt is saying because, like, if you look at the box of pierogies, they have every different way you could cook them, and you pick the most basic ass one.
You guys, no, they don't even have microwaving as an option. I don't think.
Okay, so they have every other one. They're like, here's how to do it in the oven. Here's how to do it in a saucepan boiled. Here's how to do it sautéed. Here's how to do it air fried.
Microwave.
And you're like, microwave.
How cucked are you guys that you just listen to the box for your food? You look at the box of your food and it goes, I can't cook this in the microwave. And you go, I guess I'm not allowed to do that. I don't listen to boxes. What the hell's going on in your world? I cook it the way I want to. I put some water on those frozen pierogies and I slide them sons of bitches in the microwave for a minute and a half.
Man. Like, I'm not saying that the box makes the rules.
Well, apparently you are. You're saying there's not even an option on the box to cook it that way, therefore it should be cooked that way.
It's the most trash person way to cook them.
I saw the greatest question yesterday.
That was intense, you guys.
How long do you think a human being could last in a microwave?
Oh.
How long?
How long does a pat last in the microwave?
Oh, come on. For some reason, that seems
take
worse.
out the fur and add 30 seconds.
I saw that question. I said, oh, my God. But you can make some delicious pierogies in the microwave.
Was there an answer?
They were saying all the scientist types were like 0.0 seconds is a safe amount of time to be in the microwave.
Of course, there's no safe amount of time to be in a microwave, but how long will the person last?
Spoiler alert, but I believe it's Last House on the Left. Or one of those really scary movies. That was the last scene. I believe that was a head in the microwave and maybe 25 seconds until explosion.
Did you guys ever see Thanksgiving, or did you not get to that one?
Not yet.
Haven't seen it.
Like, obviously, the killer in Thanksgiving, I'm not spoiling too much here. You should watch it, though. It's a fun, like, horror Thanksgiving movie. and the killer kills people Thanksgiving style, like with big corncob things that he pops through their ears to kill them, and all kinds of different ways that he utilizes weapons like Thanksgiving style. And one of them is a woman gets buttered up and like rosemary and sage or whatever is put on her, and he puts her into the oven and fires on the oven. And immediately watching that scene, you're like, this would be the worst. I couldn't even imagine if some lunatic did it. Oh, man. Anyways, cook your food the way you want. Don't listen to the box. It's not a healthy way to live life.
What's in the box?
Here is Matthew talking about Chipotle.
Speaking of Chipotle, check out the Chipotle stock numbers when you get a moment. I invested some time ago, and they have exploded exponentially over the last couple of years.
All right. Well, I know why now, because their bowls are $20.
Why can't you, Matthew, tell us about the Chipotle stock numbers when they're low?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
why now you're just dispatching to brag that you've made some money off the burrito company when you could have been like, hey guys, I got a hot tip that the Chipotle stock is the one to look at.
Matthew's like, there's this thing called Bitcoin, and it's over $40,000 right now for one of them. I, of course, was following it when it was 25 cents, and I invested. But guys, pay your attention to this.
Take a look at it now.
We need the tips before, folks. We need them before.
If you even care.
There are a lot of people chiming in on the microwave scenario, and they're trying to get us to do other really screwed up things. The year's almost over, folks. Rod says, take an egg yolk from a hard-boiled egg, put it in a microwave for 8 or 9 seconds, take it out and poke it with a knife or a fork. JK, don't. Is that going to explode in my face in some sort of fiery mess?
Something. It wouldn't be fiery mess, but think of the thickness or like the consistency of an egg yolk, and if that explodes and gets on you and it's just been in the microwave for 90 seconds, we're talking some significant burns.
Yeah, this pepper is seeming a lot more innocuous.
Just take a little
now.
bite. Just a little bite.
I'll smell it. I'll see if it smells like anything.
Of course it doesn't smell like anything.
It might. You don't know. This is from Africa. And here it is.
It's from, is it from Africa if it's grown in a Florida backyard?
Well, the seeds are from Africa, I guess, or like this kind of pepper is.
Just put it in your mouth, dude.
It doesn't
Don't be a
smell like
pussy.
anything. No, the shirts aren't sold out. Hell no.
Did it just touch your nose?
Yeah.
Ooh.
What's wrong with that?
Well, good luck.
The oils on it.
Don't
good.
touch your eye after that.
Oh, yeah.
Everything.
Or your penis.
Everything's fine right now.
Oh,
It seems
you
okay.
just rubbed it too.
Yeah.
My nose is running a little bit, but I think that's unrelated. Let's see what happens during the break. Okay, quick break.
Yeah,
when we
Usain
come
Bolt
back,
nose in just a second here.
we're going to hear from you and your dispatches. Plus, we've gone over all these squatter stories. Well, I've just found the most infuriating one we've ever talked about on the show, and that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
We're in it for the likes. Real Radio 104.1 on Facebook is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
Happy Tuesday, everyone. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro with a look at your Central Florida forecast. Afternoon highs today will be reaching the mild low 70s across the board, passing clouds with dry skies. Overnight lows will be closer to the 60-degree mark with warming temperatures for your Wednesday. Once again, we stay dry. Remember to depend on and trust the Fox 35 Storm Team. I'm meteorologist Allison Gargaro.
This report is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
At Rasmussen University, we're giving you the green light to earn your nursing or healthcare degree from a national leader in nursing education. It's your move. Get going at one of our 22 campuses or online at rasmussen.edu.
Huge end of the year savings going on all month long down at Nations Trucks. And if you're in the market for your next four-wheel drive truck, Nations Trucks currently has 69 4x4s in stock right now. Hell yeah. Starting just $33,995 and waiting for you. Everything from F-150 Super Cruise, Chevy Z71s, GMC Elevations, and Ram Bighorn Sports. Nations Trucks has got them all. And with approved credit, you're not going to make any payments for 3 months. So start driving the truck that you deserve today. Visit nationstrucks.com or just go on down and see them in Sanford on 1792, 1 mile south of Lake Murray Boulevard, and let them know C-Lane from the News Junkie sent you.
Making it to Wednesday is a win in itself, and Dunkin' thinks you deserve a reward. That's why every Wednesday, now through December, Dunkin' Rewards members get a free donut with drink purchase.
So whether you like your midweek pick-me-ups oozing with chocolate or filled with jelly, it's on us. Because you deserve it. Save time and order ahead on the app with Dunkin' Rewards. Not a member? Join today. America runs on Dunkin'. Limit 1 classic donut per member per Wednesday. Terms and exclusions may apply. Participation may vary. Offer ends 12/27/2023.
Explore the heart of Lake Mary at Park Jewelers, your family-owned destination for fine jewelry. Park Jewelers delivers unparalleled customer service and an exceptional selection of fine jewelry and gemstones. Let us assist you in finding the perfect engagement ring, or choose from our gorgeous selection of diamond and gemstone jewelry for any occasion. With on-site jewelers for repairs and custom designs, we're here for you every step of the way. Visit myparkjewelers.com and become a part of our valued family today.
Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world's #1 nerve care company. Nervive tablets contain alpha-lipoic acid to relieve nerve aches, weakness, and discomfort, plus B-complex vitamins to support healthy nerve function as you age. Live life with less nerve discomfort with Nervive Nerve Relief. Learn more at nervivehealth.com. And try Nervive Pain Relieving Cream to block nerve pain signals at the source. Use as directed.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Sick of paying $100 for groceries and getting nothing but eggs, orange juice, and a paper bag? Then download the Drop app. Drop lets you earn points with your everyday shopping and redeem them for gift cards. Want a free dinner with those groceries? Drop it. How about daily lattes? Drop it. So download Drop today and get $5 just for signing up. Use invite code GetDrop777. That's invite code GetDrop777.
Are you dealing with tooth pain? Don't suffer in silence. Advanced Endodontics is here to help. Our expert team offers state-of-the-art care and is dedicated to helping you find relief. We specialize in root canals and have 6 convenient locations throughout Central Florida. We partner with well-known companies who offer great financing options, and you don't need a referral to make an appointment. Visit IneedARootCanal.com today. Don't delay. That's IneedARootCanal.com. and take the pain away.
Escape to the village of nothing much and delight in soothing tales from the lakefront inn to the downtown bookshop to the cabin in the woods. Based on the beloved Nothing Much Happens podcast, Stories from the Village of Nothing Much offers family-friendly, anxiety-relieving narratives celebrating small joys and community bonds.
A tower of a tree stood lit in her glory in our park, and we all clapped and whistled our approval.
Listen to Stories from the Village of Nothing Much on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Immerse yourself in premium nationwide coverage, contract-free plans, and always-free activation with Consumer Cellular, now at your local Target. While you're there, check out our newest phone, the Iris Flip. It's all the phone and camera you need, plus it features a user-friendly design, making it the perfect flip phone. From now to December 16th, you can score $10 off when you buy the Consumer Cellular Iris Flip at Target, making it only $39.99. Visit your nearest Target for the full scoop.
Walt Disney World Resort is hiring. Explore a variety of full-time and part-time roles at the heart of the magic and enjoy great benefits like complimentary theme park admission, exclusive discounts, and more. Apply today at waltdisneyworld.jobs.
They're best friends. Unless they're fighting. Are they fighting?
I think this thing is an African habanero, if I looked it up right, and it's one of the hottest peppers in the world, according to the search results, which doesn't bode well for me. And what's even worse, and why I'm going to withdraw my claim that I would eat the African pepper.
Oh, come on.
There's only 25 of the shirts up from Junkie Claws over at getskywall.com. So I don't like those odds. And I'm withdrawing my offer to eat the tiny pepper. And
Sean, I thought you've already done stuff like this. I thought you've already eaten the hottest something. All right. I feel like we've had multiple challenges along these lines.
I don't mind hot food, and I did try that hot sauce one time during our live broadcast that was a disaster for me.
Well, it's a disaster because you picked the hottest one and did that one first. You didn't work up to it.
Strategically speaking, I made some very big mistakes during that broadcast, and I own up to them. No, I said I'd do it, so I'll do it if those all sell out at getskywall.com. But again, I'm hoping there's like 2 4XLs and nobody gobbles them up, so we can get the sales over at getskywall.com. But I don't have to eat this mystery pepper that's next to me. And now I've touched all over my face, and I'm worried that because I touched the pepper, I don't know, there's things going on in my brain right now that aren't great. We'll see. Justin on YouTube says, I'm shocked that the show is on at this hour. I'm in Rochester, New York, and I listen to it as I work my second job from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. You mean to tell me the show I listen to every day is pre-recorded? No, Justin. No, we are live everywhere all the time. If you're listening to us, we are live right now.
We don't have families. We don't have friends.
No, we're each other's family and friends.
Yeah,
and we sleep here and we eat here.
We spend a lot of time together, to keep this going. So
we have an entire Uber Eats budget.
Yeah, we're loving our friends and our new fans in Rochester, New York, as well as Dallas, Texas. It's been a big year for growth on this show, and the next year should be even wilder. I'm ready for it. But we are live all the time, except for when we're not. I want to get to this squatter story in just a moment here. Let me just check in on the shirt. Don't bring this up on the screen, Sealand, but I'll just tell you what the inventory looks like right now because I made the promise and I'll stick with it. But all right, we've got 25 shirts. There's only 4 of the blue ones left, so that one is probably going to go first.
And also plenty of time.
And yeah, there's a lot of time, unfortunately.
You get your milk, like a cup of milk ready, right?
Doesn't that not work? Does the milk thing actually work?
Yeah.
It work.
It does work?
Fat. You want like a milk or sour cream.
Or a dollop of mayo.
Good. What's the fattiest fat? What's the thing that would outdo
Sean
milk?
Wasson.
You set yourself up for that, you know.
You
right?
absolute asshole. All right, let's do this story about the
worst part is I'm like the size of both of you combined, and I'm still just slinging out fat jokes.
Let me tell you something. It didn't make it hurt any less. It still had the same exact impact.
But you will lose some weight when you are having your shark attack later after eating the pepper.
Oh, is this going to mess me up for the rest of the day? It's not that big of a pepper. It really is the size of like a large grape, the one that I was going to go for. But then I don't know if C-Lane's right. But C-Lane's saying go after the big one. It might be less potent. Could mean that, I take the big one. What if it's not? What if it's more potent? That's a tough decision to make there. DJ Rage says 100% milk works. I don't need no milk. I am a tough son of a bitch.
You started this segment saying that you were scared and you were out. And
I know.
Now you're back. This is very confusing.
So it's the milk and the fattier the milk, the better chance you have.
You're gonna need to suck from an udder.
I know that I know that you are a fan of hot ones, correct, Sean?
Sure, yeah.
If you ever watch the one with Alton Brown, he's the only one I think that I've seen do the show, and instead of milk next to him, he drinks just a glass of half and half.
Ew.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I need then. We probably have some around here. There's stuff that Courtney pours into her coffee. I don't know what the hell it is, but maybe that.
I hope you have to chase that pepper with peppermint mocha creamer.
Whatever I got to do. All right, so we'll keep an eye on that throughout the show today. These squatter stories make seemingly everybody mad, but this one is really something else. There is a man in the United Kingdom, all right, and he took over a retiree's empty home in London. And this guy used this quirky ancient Roman law to gain legal ownership of this poor old lady's house. And now there's some updates on this. This is a British construction worker. His name is Keith Best, and he spots an empty 3-bedroom, semi-detached home in London's Newbury Park back in 1997. He did this while he was working on a construction job nearby. He then did the absolutely bizarre thing of seeing a house and going, that house is mine now. I'm going to take this house over. He starts renovating the property. In 2012, 15 years later, he moves his family into this home. Again, it's not his home. It's owned by some old lady. He just takes it, renovates it, and moves in. The house, however, belonged to retiree Colin Curtis, who lived on the property with his mother until the late 1990s. When he moved out, Curtis inherited the property, but under what had been described as a quirky ancient Roman law that allows, quote, somebody in possession of a good without title to become the lawful proprietor if the original owner didn't show up after some time. And that's the actual wording, after some time. Best became the home's legal owner. Best had filed an application for adverse possession about a decade ago in order to legally obtain the property. The chief land registrar initially denied the application following a law that criminalized squatting because they said it was illegal. It was illegal for this man to enter their property. So he committed a crime before any of this started. The ruling was overturned by the High Court in 2014 when a judge ruled the registrar's decision was founded on an error of law. The judge ruled that previous laws approached squatting issues as civil matters. And despite the judge finding that Curtis committed criminal trespass, so you're a criminal, you illegally trespass onto this property, they granted him ownership of the home. The judge found that at least 10 years had passed without effective action by the owner to take control of the property. So this guy then turns around after the family member dies that actually owned the property and now sells the house for a massive profit, they said. And you go, wow, did some things go wrong here? Number one, why are we using any ancient Roman laws in 2023? Why is that a thing? That's a
great question.
Why wouldn't we go, hey, Roman laws were for people in ancient Rome? We, here now in 2023, have much different social standards and much different expectations, and we shouldn't go by a law written by somebody a billion years ago. And obviously, I don't mean a true billion years.
But in 2023, the priorities are way different.
I guess
For
so.
some reason, skip over those. But we're like, we need to make new laws that are absolutely ridiculous. Like, you can't hang things off of your rear view mirror.
Yeah, right. You can't. There's so many of these laws that pop up where you go, is this intended for one person? But somebody can take ownership of your house, just start renovating, and then sell it for a huge profit. Legalized theft, friends. Legalized theft is what we have. Big Doug Millionaire on Twitch says they have adverse possession laws in Florida. We need to overhaul this system. Protects renters. I acknowledge that that's very important. But we also need to do it in a way so ownership is respected. And when you have squatters, they're not respected. We have some backwards ass laws on this. They continue. Florida's adverse possession laws require claimants to occupy a given property for at least 7 years and either under color of title or payment of property taxes for 7 years. So you just got to steal it for 7 years and it's yours. That's a great lesson to tell everybody. There you go. Now you know. Quick break. When we come back, we'll take a peek at how the Junkie Claws situation is shaping up for me.
How are you feeling? You look like you're sweating a little bit, bud.
Not great. And I don't know how much of this is mental, but I got a little headache behind the eye thing going on now. I think that's just a mental thing because it only touched my nose. It barely touched my nose. And Mo Manji's gone radio silent. I haven't learned anything more about what I'm in for.
Oh, he's talking to his attorney right now.
Probably. That might be a good move. But I'm just fingers crossed hoping that we end up with a couple of SKUs that nobody ends up wanting and we're good to go. We'll see what happens today on the show. Plus, when we return, Eminem is dead? What? Everybody panicking this morning. Did the My Name Is rapper die? Why did people think that he was dead? All of that coming up next on the News Junkie.
This Christmas Eve at 8 p.m., a Real Radio Christmas Carol on repeat. Sponsored by Goldsmith Jewelry Shop. This holiday, shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
I have a crash on State Road 436 southbound approaching the 408. This is right around U Drive, right lane block there. And also checking out now a disabled vehicle with FHP on the scene, I-4 eastbound. This is right around State Road 535, causing no major problems there. See traffic troubles? Call the Safe Touch Security Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8686. 8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Pat Largo.
This report is sponsored by Petco Love's Mega Merry Adoption Weekend. Adopt a pet for the holidays at the Petco Love Mega Merry Adoption Weekend. Come by this Saturday and Sunday to meet your new best friend. All adoption fees are waived. Find participating shelters and Petco locations near you at megamerry.com.
Real Radio wants to send you to space. Or at least as far as the Kennedy Space Center Visitors Complex to experience holidays in space. All you have to do is use the Real Radio Talkback feature on our free iHeartRadio app. Maybe tell us how you plan to escape the holiday stress this season. It doesn't matter what you send. All talkbacks will be entered for the prize. One winner will be randomly drawn each weekday so you can experience holidays in space at the Kennedy Space Center Visitors Complex. Use the Real Radio Talkback on the iHeartRadio app now and talk back to space for your chance to win. Head to realradio.fm/contest for another chance to enter.
It's the holidays, which means buyers beware. We're here talking with Colleen Tressler, a consumer education specialist with the FTC's Division of Consumer and Business Education. Colleen, what can you tell us about the buy now, pay later plans?
Many stores and online retailers give you the option to buy now, pay later. You often see this at checkout, both in a store or online. If you choose this option, you'll pay some part of the purchase price to the company that offers the plan. These plans usually offer fewer protections than using your credit card. Even if you pay your BNPL charges with a credit card, the credit card protections to, say, dispute a charge don't extend to the purchase. And if you use your credit card to pay off the plan, you might end up paying interest to your credit card issuer anyway.
A great tip for the holidays. Thank you, Colleen. If you'd like more information, you can easily find it. Just head out to consumer.ftc.gov today.
Melissa Etheridge, I'm Not Broken Tour. April 11th, inside Hard Rock Event Center at Seminole Hard Rock, Tampa. For tickets, go to Ticketmaster.com or HardRockTampa.com. Melissa Etheridge in concert. I'm Not Broken Tour. Seminole Hard Rock, Tampa.
It's more than just a fence. It protects your future gardener.
Mom, look at my tomato.
Wow. Your future Olympian. And your future best in show. Get your free quote today for all the future brings at fenceoutlet.com.
The holiday countdown is on. Don't miss 50% off everything at your nearest Banana Republic factory store. Hurry to save on must-have gifts, winter essentials, and more. Now through December 19th.
The holidays are the happiest time of the year. That is, unless you or your loved ones are miserable because of colds, sinus infections, or allergies. This holiday season, give the gift of better breathing with Navage. What makes Navage so effective? Well, unlike cold and allergy drugs that might take a long time to help, if they're effective at all, Navage provides fast relief from sinus congestion in 30 seconds flat. Navage doesn't just relieve symptoms, it attacks the cause by sucking out the germs, allergens, and viruses trapped in your nose that are making you feel miserable. Best of all, Navage does it naturally, without drugs. Wash away your cold and congestion problems this holiday season. Add Navage to your gift list so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier all year long. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
Looking for top-notch personal protection? The Smith & Wesson Equalizer is here to level the playing field. Easy to rack slide, easy to control ergonomic grip. It's designed for you. With a 10, 13, and 15-round magazine included, size up for better control or size down for easier concealment. Don't miss out on the opportunity to upgrade your safety. Visit your local dealer now. To learn more about the Equalizer, visit smith-wesson.com. Smith & Wesson, empowering Americans. All capacity sizes may not be available in your jurisdiction. Be sure to check your local laws and regulations.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Unleash your creativity with the brand new Hype app. That's HYPH. Hype, sharing your songs with friends on social media. Create your song with a few swipes. You'll never believe how easy and fun it is to make music. Listen to Johnny's House weekday mornings on XL for your Hype to air on the radio. The best Hype wins $5,000. Download the new Hype app now at XL1067.com or go to Instagram at XL1067.
Suddenly, you're stuck with an unexpected car repair expense. And just like that, you don't have enough cash to pay your rent. Now what? Download the Solo Funds app. As part of the Solo community, other members loan you the cash you need at terms you select. No credit checks and no title loans you can never pay back. At Solo Funds, our members come through for one another. We're Solo. Join us at solofunds.com.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Just try not to pass out.
Can habanero pepper Mo Manchi gave you. And that makes me want to eat it more. It makes me more curious about this. And you tell me no, it makes me want to do the yes side of things. But I also got some advice from Austin, which he suggests is helpful. And Austin said, let me go over to his text messages. A lot of people telling me not to do this. Austin says 100% life hack for dealing with African habaneros. Chase it with a shot of Everclear. It dissolves the capsaicin from the pepper. I do not believe him. I don't think this is true.
I wouldn't believe him.
I think that's going to be far worse than it would have been otherwise.
If it were me, I would put a couple slivers of one of those peppers in a small container of that Everclear that's in there, and let it sit for a while and let it extract, and that'll be a damn good hot sauce in a couple weeks.
Is it possible that I cut it up into little bits and put it into something so large that it doesn't have any impact on me whatsoever? Is that science, or am I making that up in my head?
I'm gonna go with science.
It depends on what you think you're putting it into, like
a gigantic pizza, the whole pizza, and there's just the little bits of it.
Yeah, you're eventually gonna catch a seed and have a bad time.
Oh, God. All right. Well, the shirts are available. Junkie Claus has arrived with This Week in Florida shirts over at getskywall.com. There are only, I think, like 4 of the blue ones. They are starting to go faster right now. There's limited sizes in super limited quantities. So make sure if you want to grab one of those, you get a random magnet and a random sticker with it as well. And those will all be to you by Christmas. And I said if everybody gobbles those up, including like the 4XLs, everything, right? Because we're pushing a bunch of people there, and then they go to try to buy something, and they go, well, there's nothing in my size. That's the problem. That's what I'm going to skate on right out of this and not have to look like a pussy and still win. That's what I'm hoping for here. I'm seeing a little bit of backlash build, and this is quite stupid, from this film Leave the World Behind, which a lot of agreement, aside from Bossman Bradshaw, about the ending being a little bit phoned in. The ending where they just said, boom, the movie's over, and we don't answer any of the giant questions that we've posed throughout this. And they said that now people are bashing former President Obama, and he's facing backlash because one of the characters warns her dad about white people. And Obama must have been behind this because he was involved in the movie. It says
he actually wrote that line himself. It's the only part.
That's all.
Aside from the money he put up for the executive producer title, he said, "You can only have my money if I get to write this one line about white people."
Right. Secretly, I hate whiteys, so I'm just going to pen this in there, and you have to say it. This is from Newsweek. It says, Obama faces backlash for film's warning about white people. And it says, after concluding his presidency in 2017, Obama has written a best-selling memoir and signed a deal with Netflix to produce films and television series. And he created something called Higher Ground with his wife, First Lady Michelle, former First Lady Michelle Obama, in which projects were set to touch on issues of race and class, democracy, and civil rights. If you watch this whole movie and that was your takeaway, it's like the tiniest part of this movie, Leave the World Behind. Look, if this movie was chock-a-block full of a bunch of stupid woke stuff, I would tell you the movie was made better or worse by it, but usually almost always worse by it. That's not in this movie. The only reason they bring that up is to create friction between the two families that are forced to live together. It's a way to create a dynamic between the two where they don't want to trust each other for various reasons. And it's just interesting how they kind of play that out. I would be mad at Obama for this. I would be mad at Obama for the ending.
Obama!
I'm pissed at you, Obama. The ending of this makes me mad. That part is a stupid thing to get upset about. There's so many more. I
did finally watch it.
Did you like the ending, or where were you? Team Bradshaw or Team C Lane and I?
I will have to be on Team C Lane and you because I don't understand what the hell that was.
They didn't answer anything.
Nothing at all.
Boom. Elfine, credits roll, and deal with it. Try to sort it out yourself. And I don't even know what the hell was going on in the movie. I was excited to learn because it was shot well. It was cool. There had to be a decent budget. That scene with the plane.
Oh my God.
You know, that
Teslas.
was, yeah, and the Teslas, that was not cheap. That scene was not cheap for them to do. So there was money behind it.
I went back a little bit and rewatched the scene that I am surprised I didn't bring up with you guys when we talked about it earlier this week, but the teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
The teeth
that was a game changer scene.
Gnarly, dude.
See, this is one of those things that, like, a movie...
That was actually just wrong. It was wrong of them to do that.
When you have a movie with an ending like that, you were so focused on how much we hate the ending that there's a handful of things that we forgot. Like yesterday when Sabrina remembered the Tesla thing, we were like, oh, yeah, the Tesla thing. And right now, oh, yeah, the teeth thing, which was terrifying.
Nuts.
Yeah. I didn't like that scene. That was a little bit... It reminded me of the... Talk to Me, the Talk to Me movie, where there were scenes where I'm not scared, but I'm watching it. I'm like, what are you doing to me? If you haven't seen this, go check it out. Leave the World Behind. See if you're infuriated by it or if you absolutely love it. Tammy on YouTube says, I did notice this scene, and a white person could not get away with saying this about black people. I don't think you're understanding.
They got away with it for a long time.
Yeah, there's plenty of movies where white people are saying the same thing.
No, they literally got away with it in this movie. The whole point, the Julia Roberts character is doing the opposite.
Yeah, she's being racist.
Yes, to the black people, which is part of the construct of these two family dynamics who are living together. It's not just some flimsy...
You're saying Julia Roberts' character would have welcomed them in if they were white?
I think she would have been less like she was in the actual movie, right? I don't think... Look, I hate all this stupid woke stuff. I hate when stuff goes way out there and crazy political stuff. But I don't think this was it. I think if you're finding it in this, you're nitpicking too much. Because it was like, everything about it was interesting up until the final moments of the movie.
The take I like is the how it's about like the end of the world and what's happening. And because Obama... because he produced it, they're like, what does he know? And it's like, yeah, he's going to tell us through a Netflix movie.
Yeah, right. It's just so stupid. That I don't think really connects with a lot of people. A lot of people did freak out this morning thinking that Eminem was R.I.P.
No. By the way, you called him the My Name Is rapper. You think that's what he wants his legacy to be?
That was a great song. What's wrong with My Name Is?
It's a fantastic song, but it's like,
Sicka Slim Shady.
Better songs.
Top 3 Eminem songs. Number 1, My Name Is. Number 2, Stan. Number 3, the Shrooms one. I don't know the name of it, but I like that song.
My fault.
I like Superman.
I like that's good too.
I think we'd put Lose Yourself in the top.
No, it's too overdone.
Come on,
it's great. I love it, but it's just too overdone.
That's why it's top, because it's severely overdone.
Very true. But they said that what happened here that made people think Mr. Marshall Mathers was dead was somebody simply logged in to his Wikipedia page and killed him. And they said Marshall Mathers was an American rapper, blah, 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 blah. And they put in the date of his death. That got sucked in by Google, and then that started a tidal wave of people who were thinking, wait, Eminem died? They're tweeting, Eminem died. They're going on Facebook. They're be-reeling Eminem died. I don't know if that's a thing. They're doing all these things that said that Eminem died when he wasn't dead, actually.
It happens every year, though. I think it was like earlier this year, there was another slew of rumors that Eminem had died. And then there was something else that surfaced where he actually died many years ago in a car accident, and it's a clone that we have seen perform.
There's a lot of these clone conspiracy theories. The folks who believe that, real weirdos, just absolute weirdos. The good news is he's alive and well and still rapping very, very fast.
Isn't he getting faster? Like, Rap God was supposed to be like the fastest anybody's ever rapped, and then I think keeps trying to outdo himself.
He was at Fortnite the other day.
Was he?
Yeah, he did one of those concert things.
The Fortnite concerts are big for the young folks. And
whippersnappers.
And sometimes they suggest bands do Fortnite concerts where I'm like, oh, you don't understand this. And they're like, Creedence Clearwater Revival should do a Fortnite show.
How about no?
I don't think you know how Fortnite works. I'm not sure you know their audience necessarily. Let's work in a couple of dispatches here. Here is Synth Solution talking about this mysterious pepper next to me.
Hey, junkies, how's it going?
Hey,
Sean, I'm going to play the role of the devil on your shoulder. Do it. Eat the pepper. Eat it. You only live once.
I'm safe so far. We're good. I just looked, and we've got 18. There's 18 of the shirts up from Junkie Claws over at getskywall.com, and some of the sizes are off, so we got to find, like, the perfect person for them, so fingers crossed. Here's that tie-dye chick with a dispatch about cassette tapes.
Hey, good day, everybody.
Hey.
I was catching up on yesterday's show, and you were talking about the car with the cassette player. This weekend, I was leaving Home Depot, and there was this guy standing on the corner with the sign, slinging his cassette tape for $1.50. Thought that was pretty interesting.
You know what?
Have a great day, everybody.
I like that. I respect the hustle. I respect the grind. I saw a guy, and I almost purchased from him, but the light turned green, and we had to move. There was a guy not long ago. It was in the middle of summer, right? He's off the side of the road. I don't know if I talked about this at the time. Maybe I did, but if you didn't hear this, he's off the side of the road, and he's got a cardboard sign, and it says, I'm a writer, just trying to hustle out here. Buy my book about how to do this or whatever. And he had his book in his hand, and he was slinging copies of his book for $10 on the side of the road in the hot summer heat. Might have been 20 years old at most. And he was out there just grinding. I got to respect the grind. I respect somebody out there doing that. This guy's just trying to make it in the music business with cassette tapes. Here is Nurse Jan. It says Chef Jan today.
Good morning, guys. So I'm going to be a bragger for a second here. I cook dinner 5 to 6 nights a week.
Cool.
I also make things ahead of time that I can take for my lunches.
Same.
It's far less expensive, and it's usually more nutritious. I know exactly what's going in my food. I'm on a weight loss journey that is so hard, and so I'm trying my best to, do all the right things. But I don't know how people can afford to eat out, every night of the week. But, to each his own, I guess. If you need cooking lessons, though, I'm here, Sean.
Good for you. Thank you, Nurse Jan. Appreciate you. Appreciate your dispatch. Also love to see people on their weight loss journeys. Saw somebody yesterday. I love the little victories. There was some dude on my Twitter feed, and he is a big theme park person, apparently. I don't know who it was. And he posted a photo of himself, and he was finally able to go on a ride that he'd been trying to go on, but he had been too big for every time.
Oh, that's awesome.
And through hustling and kicking ass and exercising, doing all that stuff, or maybe just Ozempic, whatever shortcut route, was able to get that accomplishment. That stuff's cool. I like that. I like when people are out there battling. All right, when we come back, we'll get to a very, very strange thing that happened with two biological scientists from a major college. They were spotted doing something with children that has them in a whole lot of trouble. What were these scientists doing with the kids? That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
You know you can always text us, unless you're driving, at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. goldsmithjewelry.com.
Very serious accident in Orlando. North Apopka Vineland Road is closed northbound between Silver Star Road and A.D. Mims Road. This due to a crash at Lake Stanley Road. That's going to be closed for the foreseeable future. Also a crash at State Road 436 southbound approaching the 408 right around U Drive, the right lane block there. See traffic troubles, call the Safe Touch Security Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Pat Largo.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. Whatever hoagie you prefer, Wawa hoagies are made just for you. Now you can get your favorite classic hoagie just the way you like for only $6. $6 for your favorite classic hoagie. Gotta have a Wawa.
Don't miss the boat, my friends. Compare your quote today with That Mortgage Guy Don. That Mortgage Guy Don, president of Happy Hill Mortgage Brokerage and host of the Home Loans Radio Show, he is here for you and has been there for many a people. As a matter of fact, he has over 250 five-star Google reviews and 1,100 reviews at experience.com. So very safe to say that Don knows what he's doing. And I can say with full confidence, that he has your best interest in mind. He's going to treat you like a human, like a friend, not like a number, like all the other mortgage companies would. And that's very important considering that chances are very high that you're leaving money on the table. So let That Mortgage Guy Don help you get the money off the table and back in your hands where it belongs. Get a free fast quote review at thatmortgageguyDon.com. Hit the compare button and Don will review your quote today. If you want to see a difference, go to the website right now and start the process with an expert and a friend that you could trust. ThatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Quitting tobacco isn't easy. The good news is Tobacco-Free Florida is here to help you quit your way. Tobacco-Free Florida's Group Quit service offers free virtual and in-person sessions at convenient times and locations. You may be eligible to receive free nicotine replacement therapy like patches, gum, or lozenges. You are not alone. Whatever your reason to quit is, Tobacco-Free Florida can help you get started. Call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW.
Now 60 seconds on scams and frauds. From the Federal Trade Commission, this is attorney Larissa Bungo. Let's talk about reporting fraud. I'm sure reports help the FTC find scammers to sue, but why else should people report scams?
The FTC absolutely uses reports to build investigations and bring cases. We also use them to help target education and outreach, and we hope that stopping bad guys and spreading the word are good reasons to report scams. But telling your story can also help your friends, family, and community avoid scams. Both research and experience tell us that the more we talk about the scams that target our communities, the more likely we are to spot and avoid them. That keeps money in people's pockets and information out of the hands of criminals. If you think you've spotted a scam, we hope that you'll tell your story at reportfraud.ftc.gov. Once you do, you'll get advice on how to recover from the scam and how to protect yourself against fraud.
And once again, that's reportfraud.ftc.gov.
The holiday countdown is on. Don't miss 50% off everything at your nearest Banana Republic factory store. Hurry to save on must-have gifts, winter essentials, and more. Now through December 19th.
The holidays are the happiest time of the year. That is, unless you or your loved ones are miserable because of colds, sinus infections, or allergies. This holiday season, give the gift of better breathing with Navage. What makes Navage so effective? Well, unlike cold and allergy drugs that might take a long time to help, if they're effective at all, Navage provides fast relief from sinus congestion in 30 seconds flat. Navage doesn't just relieve symptoms, it attacks the cause by sucking out the germs, allergens, and viruses trapped in your nose that are making you feel miserable. Best of all, Navage does it naturally, without drugs. Wash away your cold and congestion problems this holiday season. Add Navage to your gift list so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier all year long. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
Do you have information about a violent crime? Help solve crimes with your anonymous tips at crimeline.org. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Your tips make a difference. Say it here. It's anonymous at crimeline.org. Paid by CSTF.
Making it to Wednesday is a win in itself. And to celebrate, Dunkin' Rewards members get a free donut with drink purchase every Wednesday, now through December. Limit one classic donut per member per Wednesday. Terms and exclusions may apply. Participation may vary. Offer ends 12/27/2023.
Untuckit has everything he needs this holiday season. Shop now and save big with our biggest sale of the year happening at untuckit.com or at any of the 80-plus Untuckit stores. Untuckit shirts are designed to be worn untucked. They keep him looking sharp and feeling comfortable. He'll love to unwrap one of our iconic button-downs, super soft flannels, or cozy sweaters. Get them while they last during our biggest sale of the year. Shop Untuckit's biggest sale of the year happening now at untuckit.com or at any of our over 80 stores.
All year, you sang, danced, and listened to your favorite artists in the free iHeartRadio app. Introducing iHeart Rewind 2023, presented by State Farm. A personalized experience featuring the music and podcasts that brought you joy in 2023 straight to your inbox. Plus, we're sharing what made your neighborhood move by highlighting the top artists, songs, and more in your home state. See the soundtrack to your neighborhood at iHeartRewind.com. Thanks for listening with iHeartRadio in 2023, and Happy New Year from us and our friends at State Farm.
Look to Orange Buick GMC for your next truck at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
They're best friends. Unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's the...
Hinged right now. There's so many people who are just losing their minds. I'll give you an example in just a second. Plus, then we'll talk about these college biological scientists that are in trouble for something that happened with kids. And we'll get to your dispatches as well. But this absolute lunatic in Poland's parliament. So in the parliamentary building in Poland, this guy's like an elected leader. He's some far-right elected leader. And he sees the, I guess, menorah. It's Hanukkah right now. So he sees the menorah lit up in the parliament. Look what this guy does. This is so unhinged. I put this on See It Now so you could get the visual of this. Here he is. He gets a fire extinguisher during this ceremony. It goes over.
Jesus, man. Also...
and it extinguishes the Hanukkah candles.
He also started as soon as he picked up the fire extinguisher.
I don't know why
what
he
an
did.
Idiot.
He picked it up, started spraying the extinguisher, and then walked like 30 feet over to where the menorah was.
Some lady got it right in the face.
Yeah, she did. Like, what is going on, dude? Like, holy cow.
Panie pośle, co pan robi? Panie pośle, co pan robi?
I'm sure that's all very normal stuff. All right, go check that out. It's over on the See It Now section of the newsjunkie.com as people continue to lose their minds out there. Hopefully you're keeping it together.
Mostly.
I have not, yeah, you are? Everything's good in your world?
Oh, yeah.
Jackson's not.
I would say, and I hope you're mostly keeping it together.
Yeah, I think I got it together. I'm worried about the pepper thing, and I'm worried about just getting through these final 4 shows of 2023. Woo. But otherwise, things are looking good, you know? We've got a much-deserved break ahead of us. Everything seems okay, I think. Okay, let's get to this story about these biological scientists. And this is in Gainesville, Florida, and they said a couple has been arrested. Florida's got a penchant for this, I guess, because they were keeping their 2 children, ages 6 and 2, in makeshift cages And these folks were employed by the University of Florida.
That's the problem. They shouldn't have gone makeshift.
Yeah,
just
always
full-on
go PetSmart.
You got to get the state-issued ones or something that's a little more on the Amazon side of things.
Now, what makes a cage, and a playpen a playpen? Because you throw in toys, because it has a top to it.
True.
Could you keep a kid in a playpen and it not be considered a cage?
There's a fine line there. I think you're right.
About it. Pee pads.
You got 4 walls and the kid can't get out. Technically, to him, that's a cage. And I think they might be talking about, well, it says makeshift cages. Dustin Huff, 35 years old, and Urui Z, 31, were arrested Friday on charges of child abuse and child neglect. University of Florida officials confirmed they worked for the university and are on administrative leave at the moment. They said Z was hired full-time in June 2019, worked as a plant pathology department safety manager. A review page for Huff said he was hired full-time in December 2017. Said he's a biological scientist who worked for the University of Florida. According to the arrest report, this is tough, man. The investigation began after a 6-year-old told his teacher that he didn't want to go home.
Oh.
Why? Because dad built a cage to lock him in while his mom was at work. And they investigated this, as they should, DCF, the Department of Children and Families. They went to their home, and they said the couple kept the 6-year-old boy in a cage made out of a wooden bed frame whenever he wasn't at school. They would leave the child alone in the house. They told investigators the cage had been in their child's room for a full year. They found a second makeshift cage in the closet of the master bedroom used for the couple's other child. Both cages had rails and springs that could cause harm to the kids if they moved inside. If there's any justice in this world of ours, if there's even just a little bit, those parents will die behind bars and never see those kids again. And hopefully they can recover from the obvious trauma that they've gone through. All right, let's go over to you. You got some dispatches for us, and we love to hear from you, especially first-timers. In fact, we got a first-timer to lead things off from West Palm Beach. Let's see what we can get from West Palm Wally. It just says hello.
Yo, News Junkies, good afternoon.
Hey.
Anyway, I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this before, where you've driven past a Chick-fil-A and you see the line is literally like 1/8 of a mile long into the parking lot.
Yeah.
So today I was feeling like I had the munchies. I said, why not? I'll get a few chicken sandwiches, and God, it must be damn good. I haven't had it in a while. Well, I just wolfed down 2 chicken sandwiches, and it's good, but it's not that good. I mean, 1/8 of a mile long into the parking lot? I don't get it.
Too long?
Wiggle, pop, pop.
I don't wait in those lines. I don't have to. I use the DoorDash when we get Chick-fil-A, so it just zooms to my house. It's like unbelievable. It's like almost annoyingly fast. You do the order, and the Chick-fil-A is right around the corner. Order's done, and it says the Dashers picked up your order. That's how fast it happens. And they get here with my fried Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich. Don't get the grilled one. I don't know what's wrong with you. If you're going to eat fast food, at least get the good stuff. The fried chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A with American cheese on top of it and those glorious pickles. And my God, is it something else.
Okay, well, the grilled one is just fine. If you're trying to cut back a little, the grilled one's just fine.
How many less calories is the grilled chicken sandwich as opposed to the fried? Because if it's within 50, then screw it. Go for the gold. Get the good stuff. You deserve it. Let's go over to Fatty Matty with the dispatch.
So, Sean, I will not buy a T-shirt, but I will Venmo you $100 if you eat that pepper.
Nope. No, I threw out one challenge already, and that's the one that I'm going to stick with. I'm not going to just do this. I'm not your prank monkey. I'm not going to do it for $100. Eat the pepper, Sean. Make us some fun content here. No. I'm going to avoid this at all costs. And if folks want to take me up on old Junkie Claus and grab the re-released This Week in Florida shirts, available in 3 colors, I'm really hoping
there's a roundabout way to Venmo Sean money to eat that pepper, and it would just be buy this shirt.
buying like the least desirable, like the pink 4XL is probably a safe bet. Grab that if there's one of those. I don't know. And that one would be probably a safe bet for you. But right now, things are looking good in Seantown. Things are looking good.
I mean, that guy spend the $100 and we'll be very close. I mean,
It would change things. Yeah, it would make me much more worried.
Seantown sounds like the opposite of Flavortown.
Well, why would you say that? How dare you, man?
No boom.
Seantown's a fantastic place, I'll have you know. A lot of sex going on in Seantown. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Hey, now.
All right, let's do one more real quick, and we'll go over to VW Shane, who's talking about millennial cooking habits.
Regarding cooking, at least from the perspective of a millennial, I started using this app called Yucca, Y-U-K-A. My parents got me on it.
Never heard of it.
And basically you scan stuff and it tells you how toxic it is. And since I've used that, I have started, not successfully, but I've started trying to make everything from scratch.
Oh, we're going to start
today I'm making
showing off
Alfredo
how we're
sauce
healthy?
from scratch because all the ones I scanned had a bunch of cancerous additives in them.
Yeah, everything in this house is made from scratch. If you consider HelloFresh scratch, that's just all of the things are made from scratch over here. It's a lot of work, sir, but it is good. I agree with you. It's like if you know where all of the things that you put in your body are coming from and you know there's not a bunch of garbage in there, that is a good thing. There's just no arguing that that's not going to make you healthier as a human being. I think that's good.
So yeah, I don't know if a lot of people are doing this. It's definitely not easy and it's very time consuming, but hoping through next year, almost all the food we eat is going to be from scratch.
Good for you, man.
Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
Okay. Let's revisit that in about 3 months.
Think he's going to give up and leave that behind? Maybe. Could be the case. I know this, and this is getting worse as times go by here. One thing that's getting worse is when we have these generational things, because he's talking about from the perspective of a millennial. So the millennials seem to dislike Gen Z and the newer generation. The boomers really don't like the Gen Z kids. They think you're a bunch of weirdos.
No, get off our lawn.
Every conversation about this completely leaves out Generation X. As if Generation X doesn't even exist.
Yeah,
An entire generation of people.
Dodge bullets.
Yeah, nobody talks about them. Nobody says, well, what about generation? Nobody mentions Gen X. You don't even get brought up. It's like you are lost in the dustbin of history. And I don't know why that's happening to you, but it is something that's occurring. Here's Tuck Frump with a dispatch.
Sean, did you just say you microwave your pierogies?
Yeah.
Like frozen pierogies. You pop them in the microwave.
Sure.
For real. So you enjoy soggy, undercooked rubber. That's like enjoyable to you?
Well, first of all,
lava.
They're not soggy and undercooked. What you do is you take them, you put them on a plate, and you run some water, and you put your hand under the water, and then you magically sprinkle the water from your hand onto the pierogies. This is the stylistic choice I take.
Sure.
And you put the water on
like
the top
Salt
of the
Bae,
pierogies.
but with water. Your water
Exactly.
Bae.
The perfect way to explain it.
Thank
It's
you.
just like Salt Bae, but with water. I'm Water Bae. A lot of people call me that. And so I water bae the pierogies with my hand.
Yeah, no one person.
And when I get the pierogies nice and wet, I flip them over, water bae a little bit more.
Now, when you
flip them
make
back
this,
over.
Does Courtney touch them at all?
Yeah, she makes them the same way sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Because they're good. They're
I trust
fantastic.
her.
You put them in the microwave for like 45 seconds, and then you flip them, and then you put them in there for another 45 seconds. Magnifique.
You know-
Just done to perfection.
I bet those wouldn't be too bad in an air fryer. Have you tried
they
that?
wouldn't. We got rid of our air fryer. Actually, the new one we got has an air fryer in it too. We got some crazy machine for free because there was a recall on our air fryer that we never used. And this thing it does all of the things. Unfortunately, I'm too dumb for it because I tried to reheat a piece of pizza the other day, and Courtney's like, do this, this, and this. And I'm listening to her instructions, and I'm just standing in front of this machine waiting for my pizza forever. And I had put it on dehydrate instead of...
Jesus, Sean. Dehydrate.
You trying to make pizza jerky?
I was just waiting for like an obscenely
What did
long
that
amount of
taste
time.
like?
I didn't let it go far enough so it totally dehydrated. She came over and switched it to the pizza setting and
Get out
made
of
it
my
work
kitchen
for me.
now.
Yeah, deservedly so. Here's Frostbite with the dispatch for us.
Whoa.
What's going on, you guys? I'm a little bit behind. I'm listening to the podcast from yesterday, and Sean, you just had mentioned Target is having some sort of like really good deal. Seeing as how times are tight right now, and that reminded me, I got a class action lawsuit from Jewel, It's in the process still, so I haven't received my mailbox money yet, but I'm slated to get about $245.
There you go.
And the reason why I'm mentioning this is, hopefully everybody else that used Jewel in the past can also get some money in C-Lane. I know you were Jeweling for a little while. So if you ordered Jewel pods, if you ordered anything online through their website, I believe that's how they, they gather up all the financial money that you're supposed to be getting back. So hopefully, C-Lane, you can get some money off of that, and everybody else can too. So, but that's all I got. You guys have a good day. All right, bye.
I think I signed up for that.
Oh, did you really?
I think I did. I don't remember.
That's a good one.
$250. We the thing about the class action lawsuits, the mailbox money, is the time between signing up for it and getting the money is so long that you kind of forget what you got.
Which is a nice surprise, though.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah, when it comes, you're like, oh, look at this.
It's like ordering a pizza and then getting a high, and you're like, and then all of a sudden the doorbell rings, and you're like, who's that? And you're like, oh yeah, it's a pizza.
Thank you, past me.
Yes,
I appreciate
exactly.
you. When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina, what's coming up on the next episode?
Well, yeah, and in 3, 2, what's coming up on the next episode? James Cameron is on a quest to prove he's a smarty pants, and the latest tidbit is the reason for hiring the Lollipop Guild. Amanda Bynes is back, baby, and this time with less lids. Plus, you'll never guess who slapped down their invitation to host the Golden Globes. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by Gringos Locos and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Ken, and Mike. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Happy Tuesday, everyone. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro with a look at your Central Florida forecast. Afternoon highs today will be reaching the mild low 70s across the board, passing clouds with dry skies. Overnight lows will be closer to the 60-degree mark with warming temperatures for your Wednesday. Once again, we stay dry. Remember to depend on and trust the Fox 35 Storm Team. I'm meteorologist Allison Gargaro.
This report is sponsored by Discover. Did you know Discover wants everyone to feel special? That's why with your Discover card, you have access to 24/7 customer service, as well as $0 fraud liability, which means you're never held responsible for unauthorized purchases. Learn more at discover.com/credit card. Limitations apply.
When you want to give the gift of Wawa, a digital gift card is an easy way to send it near or far. Just visit Wawa.com, pick one of our festive card designs, enter your card amount, and write a message. You can choose to have your Wawa gift card show up in their inbox instantly or schedule it to arrive at the right moment. It's like magic. Buy a digital gift card today and give the gift of Wawa to someone you love. Happy gifting and happy holidays from Wawa. This season calls for giving more than just a cup of cheer. It calls for
Wawa's Frosted Sugar Cookie Iced Coffee? Sweet.
A peppermint cookies and cream smoothie? So smooth.
Guys, we might have gotten you the same thing.
Oh, good. That's what I wanted anyway.
Give joy this season with Wawa's handcrafted holiday beverages. Happy sippings. Gotta have a Wawa.
Here's what a Fence Outlet customer said about her experience.
After researching several fence companies, my husband and I decided to go with Fence Outlet. They gave us several fencing options and were quick with responses and ideas. They even offered 0 down, 0% financing for 12 months, which was huge for us. We are loving our Fence Outlet fence that adds to the beauty of our home and security for our family.
Thank you, Fence Outlet.
Go to fenceoutlet.com today. Financing with approved credit. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Just go to hims.com/radio. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the name brands at up to 95% off. That's right. Get generic for Viagra, the same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but for 95% less. It's the same medication, still prescribed by a licensed medical provider, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio for your free online visit. HIMS.com/RADIO.
Looking for top-notch personal protection? The Smith & Wesson Equalizer is here to level the playing field. Easy to rack slide, easy to control ergonomic grip. It's designed for you. With a 10, 13, and 15-round magazine included, size up for better control or size down for easier concealment. Don't miss out on the opportunity to upgrade your safety. Visit your local dealer now. To learn more about the Equalizer, visit smith-wesson.com. Smith & Wesson, empowering Americans. All capacity sizes may not be available in your jurisdiction. Be sure to check your local laws and regulations.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZQuil.
ZQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZQuil nights. Explore our products at ZQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
During Pro Paint Days at Lowe's, save $10 on a new and exclusive 5-gallon pail of HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams Drywall PVA Primer and Sealer. Lowe's knows paint. Lowe's knows pros. Offer valid 12/4 through 12/15. Exclusions, restrictions, and more terms apply.
Men, are you suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE? The medical providers at Premier Men's Medical Center offer breakthrough treatments that eliminate problems in the bedroom without pain or surgery. 98% of men see instant results on their first office visit. Listen to a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Premier Men's Medical Center offers breakthrough medical treatments that eliminate ED and PE. Men are even lasting 90 minutes or longer, regardless of age or medical history.
But that's not all. For a limited time only, call Premier Men's Medical Center now, and your initial consultation and first treatment are completely free. You'll see instant results right in the office. You'll even get a gift that enhances your performance in the bedroom. All this, worth hundreds of dollars, is free if you call now. 407-723-7135. 407-723-7135. That's 407-723-7135.
iHeartRadio is your #1 app for the holidays. Just open the app and search iHeart Holiday and start listening to Magic 107.7, plus all kinds of other holiday stations, playlists, and podcasts. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
This is Scott Trout of Cordell & Cordell. If you're a dad who is facing divorce, there are extra layers of stress that may include stereotypes and assumptions. No two situations are the same. Our legal experience and dedication prepare us for whatever legal challenges we face together. For more than 30 years, Cordell & Cordell has represented men in divorce.
Office in Orlando. Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's attorneys. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Scott Trout, licensed in Missouri, Illinois, and Georgia only. Online at CordellCordell.com.
Help us help you fight the bot wars on your feed.
Surrender peacefully. Resistance is futile.
Find us and like us. Real Radio 1041 on Facebook is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Forever hovering over life's great dump button. You're listening to the
Things happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. If you miss any of the show today or ever, go subscribe to the podcast. It's free and it's waiting for you at thenewsjunkie.com. iHeartRadio links are right there for you, or any other way you subscribe to podcast. All right, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about? Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up.
It sounded like he was having a good time, right?
I think if anyone can owe like that, then they would be happy campers too.
Sure.
What were you watching again, Zealand?
I think somebody eat poop.
Okay.
That makes sense.
I think there was a parade, and somebody came behind the horses of the parade and picked up the droppings and just like chucked it up in the air, and
it was a young woman. Yeah, I think it was a young woman who was doing it.
Was it?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, you know who the opposite of poop is?
Who?
That mortgage guy, Don. That
True.
mortgageguyDon.com, host of the Home Loans Radio Show, and your best friend when it comes to refinancing or buying your first dream home. Get the process started today with that expert and that friend that you could trust by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
It was 66 years ago on this day, 1957. This guy right here.
What's his name?
You're there.
Great Balls of Fire.
Jerry Lee Lewis.
Damn it.
Jerry Lee Lewis is correct. And Great Balls of This is Weird. On this day, 66 years ago, he married his 13-year-old cousin.
Nice.
Myra Gale Brown. It was before his divorce was finalized from his second wife. The scandal nearly ended his career after a reporter in London found out her age. The moral outrage killed his UK tour, pushed
Like
his
that
songs
line.
off the radio.
I love that line. It nearly killed his career.
Nearly.
That he married a
Word.
13-year-old cousin, and it nearly killed his career.
But it did not. The marriage was actually as long as 13 years, just like her age when he married her. And then she reached that old age of 26, and he divorced her. So,
too old.
There you have it, my friends. And we also
Leo
have,
DiCaprio style.
mine is the 13-year-old cousin.
Yeah, but he said just dumping him off at 26 is sort of the
That's
line.
the DiCaprio.
His career was just fine after that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now we have the nominees for the 2024 Golden Globes.
Yeah.
Globes. What's most important? Nicolas Cage has gotten a nod.
Nice.
Congrats,
All right.
Nicky. I believe.
No, he must have gotten some before. He's in so many great movies.
I'm not completely sure if he has gotten. He's been in a bunch, but I don't know if he's ever gotten a nod. Could someone
I'll look it up.
look that up for me? Thank you so much. We also have. He's up for Best Actor in Dream Scenario, another recent movie he's been getting great reviews for. Barbie and the TV show Succession have the most nods, 9 apiece. Oppenheimer with 8. Killers of the Flower Moon. Did you end up seeing that?
I haven't seen that yet. No, I want to though.
That and Poor Things has 7 nominations.
He's won 5 Golden Globes.
Jesus, I'm so sorry, Nicholas.
Moonstruck. Oh no, I'm sorry. He's been nominated 5 times. He won for Leaving Las Vegas in 1996.
It's been a minute, so I hope he gets it this time around. Emma Stone has 2 chances to win. She was nominated for both Poor Things and the TV drama The Curse. In the TV categories, we got The Bear and Only Murders in the Building have 5 nominations each. Meryl Streep is up for a Golden Globe for her supporting role in season 3 of Only Murders. That gives her 33 overall nominations, which extends her current record. This is the 81st Golden Globe. Sean, you remember the first one, don't you?
I was not alive.
Sunday, January 7th will be the day that it premieres. No word on the host yet because many people have turned it down, including Chris Rock, which would have been a ratings galore time.
That's true.
Ratings galore time.
As they say in the industry. Shut up. Other people who allegedly said no was Ali Wong, the trio of Will Arnett, Sean Hayes, and Jason Bateman, which I think would have been great, too.
That would have been good, yeah.
We also have a lot of snubs that everyone was eager to remind them. Losers. They say snubs for this year was Harrison Ford. And I guess he should have gotten it for 1923.
Has anybody seen any of these new Indiana Jones movies? Has anybody seen any of them?
No.
I haven't seen a single one. I just hear the worst things about them.
I don't think I've seen any of them. I think I maybe saw the first one.
Oh, I've seen the original Indiana Jones, and like even Raiders of the Lost Ark, I think I've seen a million years ago. But the new ones, people seem to really dislike them for some reason.
We could maybe stop making them. How about that?
Yeah.
We don't need 6.
Yeah, but he could have got it for Shrinking. He was fantastic in that.
Oh, I thought that you were you're making like a dig at him, but he's gotten smaller in his old age.
No, Shrinking was a fantastic show.
The Color Purple also got snubbed. America Ferrera, they say that she got snubbed for her role in Barbie. Reservation Dogs, which I've seen on Hulu, and I think it's fantastic, but did not get any nominations. John Mulaney, they thought that his Baby J stand-up was supposed to be worthy of a Golden Globe, but someone else disagreed. Also in the snubs, Viola Davis, Air was flying high for her to get this nomination, which would have completed, I guess, the EGOT, or she already has that. Either way, she will not be.
I don't believe Golden Globes are part of the EGOT.
No, it's Grammy.
Yeah, but then you could be EGOT if you get a Golden Globe.
EGOT. Man, you could be. That's good. That's next level if you can accomplish that.
Surprises were Gary Oldman. They were very surprised he got nominated, but there he is. Taylor Swift also apparently nominated for a Golden Globe, and Nicolas Cage. I don't think that was a surprise at all. Well, except for me when I thought he had never been nominated before.
Which movie did he get nominated for this year?
For that dream scenario, dream sequence?
Yeah.
Is that where he's an old man on the cover?
Yeah, and it is sort of one of those artsy movies where you think it's got a shot at winning some awards. It's kind of like that.
Ah, gotcha. I think this should get a Golden Globe because she's back, baby.
Amanda Bynes.
Amanda Bynes is right.
Did you hear how C-Lane said that?
I saw her picture yesterday. I don't know if this is a new one or an old one, but she is looking rough.
Oh, that's so weird because she is talking about her new plastic surgery.
Okay.
So, did not go well.
First of all, it's not that she looks rough.
Can we
she
put the
looks.
picture up?
Yeah, I'll bring it up here in a second. She looks fine, but she has chosen to dye her eyebrows purple, which is flattering to precisely 0 human beings on planet Earth.
But unless you've gotten yourself eyelid surgery.
Yeah, I didn't even know they did this.
To distract, it sounds extremely painful. Apparently, a lot of people do it.
Do I need it, you think?
Yeah, no, for sure. I was going to say something during the break.
I don't think they're that fat. They feel kind of normal to me.
No, but they make your eyes look bigger because of your tiny baby eyes.
That's what it does?
Yeah.
All right, I've got her. Hold on. This is Amanda Bynes, some video that she did. Here we go.
Post a video explaining that I usually don't look good in paparazzi pictures, and that's because paparazzi pictures are taken outside.
Like, she has that stupid tattoo of a heart on her cheek, which is not great.
That's
but
never
it's
going away.
Her eyebrows, she dyed them like a color like purple or something.
You know what? It also could be microblading. Like, that still needs to heal, so they look really intense. And so afterwards, also could be completely wrong. So she got this blepharoplasty. Blepharoplasty?
I believe you.
Removes the skin folds around the corners of your eyes. She says the plastic surgery is boosting her self-confidence, making her feel better about herself. One of the greatest things she's ever done. And with that, she also announced her new podcast. There were some headlines about the new look, but she says, I'm excited for both my new eyelids and the new podcast. And then I just want to bring everybody back to her maybe just a year ago when she was talking about her fiance, Paul. When she was talking about her fiance, Paul.
Paul told me that he stopped taking his medications. I looked at his phone and he was looking at mom and son porn. He vandalized his mom's home. He broke all of her pictures and put salmon under her bed.
And then, of course, the correction.
Correction. Paul looked up MILFs.
Correction.
That surgery is about $4,000, according to this Google search.
Ooh, and then you never blink again?
I don't know. Maybe not. It can't be that way, can it?
Well, don't blink too fast because I got the boob tube for ya. We got the Masked Singer Holiday Sing-Along.
Yeah.
2-hour special on Fox tonight. We got NCIS Sydney, What's Gonna Happen Down Under. NCIS, is that crime or that's crime within military, right?
No, NCIS.
It's National Criminal
Investigation
Island School. It's National Criminal Island School. That's what
gotcha.
it is.
Whose line is it anyways? The Graham Norton Show, documentary special, Kevin Hart and Chris Rock, headliners only on Netflix, and you can catch Kate McKinnon and Carmelo Anthony on Myers. Follow your dreams and me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra, and most importantly, stay with me, Marvel.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina.
I want to go to island school.
It's a really expensive place, though. Super
yeah,
pricey.
But you could be late if you want.
When we return, we are going to. I get it. Island time. When we return, we're going to talk about this baseball player with his contract that we mentioned yesterday, because there's a crazy twist in this, and there's some conspiracies about what's going to happen with this $700 million deal. Are they right? That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
It's a Real Radio sports special this Sunday when the Tampa Bay Buccaneers travel to Green Bay to face the Packers. Coverage starts at noon on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Have a crash in Seminole on the Greenway northbound after Airport Boulevard exit 50. This is right around mile marker 51, right lane blocked there. And still have the right lane blocked from an earlier crash on State Road 436 southbound approaching the 408 right around U Drive. The rest of all the major arteries around Central Florida looking really good right now. See traffic troubles? Call the Safe Touch Security Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Pat Largo.
This report is sponsored by Discover. If you like using debit over credit, shouldn't you also get rewarded? Well, now you can with Discover Cashback Debit. It's a checking account that rewards everyone with cashback on everyday purchases with no fees, period. Check out eligibility and terms at discover.com/cashback debit. Discover Bank, member FDIC.
Ready to unleash your music genius? Create your own songs in just a few swipes with a brand new Hype app. Whether it's hip hop, rock, or electronic, the Hype app lets you effortlessly create and share your own music. Get creating. Then listen to Johnny's House weekday mornings on XL for your Hype to air. It could win you $5,000. Download the new Hype app now at XL1067.com. Hype. That's HYPH. Or on Instagram at XL1067. Watch out, Music World. Here you come.
Are you experiencing tooth pain? Advanced Endodontics can help. With state-of-the-art care, experienced and compassionate staff, and 6 convenient locations throughout Central Florida, we make it easy to find the relief you need. We partner with well-known companies who offer great financing options, so you can achieve the smile of your dreams. And the best part is, no referrals are needed. Schedule your appointment today at ineedarootcanal.com. That's ineedarootcanal.com.
Sharing is caring, right? Well, yeah, that's what they say. But at McDonald's, they mean it. That's the only place where when I roll through with my fam, I leave happy and full. Because for real, I get everything I want. No. Scratch that. We all get everything we want. Especially right now, when we can bundle our faves for breakfast. How about a savory sausage McMuffin with melty cheese, or the most delicious, warm, flaky sausage biscuit with those delicious classic hash browns for just $2.79? Or later in the day, get the fam together and go all out. Bundle the hits like a crispy McChicken topped with mayo and lettuce, or a juicy McDouble with not one, but 2 100% pure beef patties and tasty, small, world-famous fries for only $3.69. McDonald's eats, and so do we all, because there's always something for everyone. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid with product served.
Sick of paying $100 for groceries and getting nothing but eggs, orange juice, and a paper bag? Then download the Drop app. Drop lets you earn points with your everyday shopping and redeem them for gift cards. Want a free dinner with those groceries? Drop it. How about daily lattes? Drop it. So download Drop today and get $5 just for signing up. Use invite code GetDrop777. That's invite code GetDrop777.
Hard Rock Bet presents Legal in Florida.
You can bet the game on Hard Rock Bet. No more betting inside your head. Now Hard Rock Bet is legal in Florida. Now Hard Rock Bet is legal in Florida. Legal in Florida. It's safe, it's legal. We'll repeat that it is legal. Top rated sportsbook and it's the only one that's legal.
Get a no-regret first bet up to $100 when you sign up now. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 and over and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
It's hot. We all know that. Have you noticed your power bill is skyrocketing? The current cost of energy is the highest it's ever been, and it's probably going to just keep getting higher. Solar Source can change that for you. I recently took the plunge with Solar Source with my pool heater, and man, it's been a game changer. I love working with Solar Source. Solar Source has nearly 40 years in the business. They bring the power of the sun to over 6,000 Central Florida homes since 1984. Mine and my mom's and my sister's included. Solar Source makes it easy with a free estimate. Monster listeners, they have an online tool that lets you get your own solar estimate in just 30 seconds. No pressure, no salesman, just the facts. You can harness your own power and stop wasting thousands of dollars every year renting your electricity at higher and higher prices. Visit solarsource.com/monsters and see how easy it is to get your instant hassle-free quote. Solar Source, the most trusted name in solar. solarsource.com/monsters.
Head to 2J's today for top-notch deli favorites. Enjoy pastrami piled high on rye, classic comfort foods like shepherd's pie, and handmade treats from the 2J's bakery. And for a limited time, get a $10 bonus card when you buy a $50 gift card. 2J's, it's simply great food.
Thousands of stores across the country are pulling brand name cold and allergy products off the shelves. Why? Because an FDA advisory panel recently determined that a drug they contain, oral phenylephrine, is ineffective as a nasal decongestant. Navage offers a drug-free solution that's fast and highly effective at relieving nasal congestion caused by colds and allergies. Navage uses suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out of the other nostril to help suck out allergens, mucus, and germs. Nasal irrigation works, and Navage makes it quick and easy, but more than anything, it helps you breathe better. Don't waste your time or money on products that are ineffective. Trust drug-free Navage for fast relief to help you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZQuil.
ZQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZQuil nights. Explore our products at ZQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
It's more than just a fence. It protects your future gardener.
Mom, look at my tomato.
Wow. Your future Olympian. And your future best in show. Get your free quote today for all the future brings at fenceoutlet.com.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. And we're Anajar and Levine. Experience the Anajar and Levine difference by calling us with any of your legal needs. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In office, Orlando. No payments for 3 months with approved credit? Visit nationstrucks.com right now.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial #546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Occupying the space between high society and prison tattoos.
In the business of words, we have to say a lot of words. I, in particular, say a lot of words every single day, and you do your best not to get tripped up by them. In this business of words/radio, you also learn over time what words you're not good at, and you find replacement words. Like, for a very long time, I struggled with the word helicopter. I had a very hard time with that. And I stay away from Christmas as best as I can because there's been some run-ins with that one as well. But we all know this. We have words that, well, we might see coming up in a news story when we're reading the story as we're going along. We're going, here's another one. Asphyxiation. That is one when I see that coming up in a story, I go, buckle up. Here we go. See if we can get through this one. But I bring this up because Zion Williamson, who is an athlete who was at a press conference, he had this exact situation happen to him. He tried to use the word lackadaisical. All right?
Ooh.
Just natural drop of lackadaisical.
Lackadaisical is basically means like you're not putting all the effort in and you're just kind of cruising through. And he wanted to say they approached this in a lackadaisical way and they didn't put enough into it, and therefore that's why they lost. I've never seen a man try so hard to drill a word and fumble off of it.
Like he didn't give up until it was out of his mouth.
It's a very short clip. Here he is, though, right?
You know, I think we kind of went into the game to lackadaisical.
Oh.
You know, I think we kind of went into the game to lackadaisical.
He kind of like broke as a human. Lackadaisical. It broke as a human after he tried to get that out.
I think we kind of went into the game, Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
We see his head go sideways for those of you watching on YouTube and Twitch.
You know, I think we kind of went into the game to lackadaisical.
He tried so hard to get that out.
He knew it was not going well for him because the way his brow furrowed after he tried that word
But he
was
pushed
great.
through. He pushed through.
Yeah, he knows the word. He used it correctly. It's just sometimes we have those words that it's like a stop sign for us, and you crash right into it.
That's me reading numbers that are in anything above 6 digits.
Hey, look, there's nobody among us that doesn't have some kind of issue like this. What happens, though, is being in radio, all the people who listen will tell you how stupid you sound when you screw up just one word.
She went to college. Jesus.
You could de-drill the Emancipation Proclamation from front to back, not that it's a very long speech, but you could de-drill that and then slip up on one word and like, what an idiot this guy is.
I could do radio.
They call you a broadcaster. You should be embarrassed of yourself. It's like, okay, calm down. Everything's all right. We got lots of words to say, so we try to get them all out as clearly as we possibly can.
That's why I try to beat him to the punch, so that they don't have the ammo against you. I just take it away from them.
Or you double down, which you famously did with Skywall and Jack Rocket on the show.
Well, those were words that I had made up.
On the fly.
And I had there were words that I had been pronouncing wrong my entire life until I started my career in radio. And it was a rude awakening for many things.
I have words that I routinely forget. And if we're sitting in the car, Courtney thinks this is one of the craziest things I do. I will repeat the word over and over and over again.
Yeah, that's a psycho. That's a psycho move.
That's crazy.
So that I can burn it into my brain.
But then you forget immediately.
And I still do. And I don't know why this happens with certain words. This is a very weird thing that I've dealt with since I was a little kid. I may have told this story, but I don't know if I did, and new listeners won't know. But this will give you some insight into what happens in my brain sometimes. When I was a little kid, I was about 8 years old, and I was laying in bed. And as I was sitting there, I started to think about all these things, like you're not supposed to walk under a ladder, and that gives you bad luck. You're not supposed to step on cracks in the sidewalks. You have athletes that will wear the same jockstrap every single game because they don't want to break their luck. And I go, what are all those things? Now I know that word very quickly is superstition because I've said it to myself probably 1,000,000 times. In the middle of the night, I could not think of this word.
You just wake up and go, superstition.
No, I do it, so I just bake it into my brain. I woke up at 8 years old in the middle of the night. It was probably 3 o'clock in the morning, and I knocked on my parents' bedroom door, and they're like struggling to get their glasses to see what's going on. And I said, what's it called when you don't want to walk under a ladder or you don't want to step on a crack? And my dad says, superstition, go to bed. And then I go, okay, and wandered out of the room. And I was like, finally, I can resolve. It's like a melody resolving for me or something.
Sure.
I can resolve that in my head and I'm past it. But I do that all the time with words that I just can't remember. Because if I'm talking and I'm trying to say a word and I can't get it, you know, when you're grasping for the word, you're like trying to think
it'll
of
rack my
all the
brain
time
for the rest of my life. Or
when
day.
I'm doing it, as I'm doing it, I don't know about you two, but as I'm doing it, I feel like I'm in a pond and I'm just drowning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to find that word, that superstition word, and I can't get to it. and it is just painful. Alicia says, I can never spell restaurant. It trips me up every time. I used to do that with...
mine was maintenance for the longest time.
I used to do that with separate, and then I learned the second half of the word was like karate, and then I never forgot it for the rest of my life. I always do things like that.
I had one when I was really young and learning to spell stuff. For whatever reason, I got tripped up on the word picture. So for years, I would only write the word photo.
Oh,
I was like, didn't like picture, so I just picked photo instead.
See, that's what I would do. I replace stuff like I did with helicopter because I was saying helicopter.
So you were saying spinny plane?
No, I was saying helicopter, and people would go, "You idiot! It's a helicopter. He's saying it wrong." Sealand has some words he says like that too. I can't remember them right now though.
You love to point them out though.
No,
that's okay.
Okay,
He
you
cleans
guys
the
don't
bus
have,
before throwing you under.
That's
it.
okay.
Get out of here! You guys don't have like thousands of clips of me screwing up things.
That's okay. Sometimes you think incidences is a word.
I'm sure I've said that before.
Let's
but at least I
never
could
forget.
say 10. I could say 10 because you say 10. I know you do. I can't think of the other ones you do, but there's like 2 of them
When
or 3
those,
of them.
10?
Yeah.
When
10?
I'll tell you guys
Yes.
later.
Go ahead.
Like when I was 10 years old?
Yes.
10?
Yeah.
No, I don't
No,
think
now
10.
you're saying it right. I'll point it out next time, just like you pointed out when I said experiment wrong.
I didn't point that out.
Yeah, those
I
are
got
the
people
people.
text me about that.
Why are people testing it? Oh, God.
Whoa.
So, anyways, remember when we did the keywords, but instead of a recorded spot, it was doing it live and with confidence. I said, G-O-M-P, jump, jump. Boy, went right into the segment there.
Spelled jump.
Had no idea what I had done, but both of you guys are like, "You good, Brina?"
She was so excited about it, too.
G-U-M-P, baby.
She put like energy into it and like
Jump,
made
jump.
Oh, it happens to the best of us. That's just the way it goes sometimes.
Okay.
Well, you got Junkie Claws for you this week, and the This Week in Florida extras from the Office Closet are up and available. And if you buy all of them, which I don't think you're going to do, I will eat one of these weird random mystery super hot peppers from Africa that Mo Manji dropped off. But right now there's 4 of the blue ones, and I don't have to look to know. They're probably like 4XL or small or something. They're probably smalls. There's 4 of the green ones, so those are both almost gone if somebody goes and grabs those sizes. And there's 8 of the pink ones. And once those are gone, all done. If it's during the show, I'll do what I promised. If not, thank God, I just skated by.
You found it, didn't you, Sealand? I could see it on your face.
What?
Oh, Jump.
No, I didn't find that.
Oh,
I don't know that we have that.
I'm glad it's gone.
I used to have it on an old laptop somewhere.
Thing is, there's so many clips of us all saying incredibly bad things that they end up, you just lose some of them over time. Just the way it happens, I think.
I mean, yours is the most, without a doubt.
Yes, there are many, many clips of me. There was almost a really bad one yesterday. I thought about it after the show. I was like, I'm so glad Sabrina stomped on that a little bit because Sealand's eyes got as big as saucers when I said something about suicide bombers or something.
It was the terrorist.
It was a 9/11 thing.
Whatever it was real bad. Okay, let's go to this player who is now on the Los Angeles Dodgers. We were talking about his unbelievably staggering 10-year, $700 million contract. I don't even know how baseball teams can afford this, but I guess they can. And they say a lot of people from Japan want to watch this guy play.
Where?
They also buy a whole bunch of merch.
Japan!
And that way it makes sense. But now they said there's something else that they've announced. In an effort to enable the Dodgers to continue spending around stars, Ohtani, Mookie Betts, and Freddie Freeman, Ohtani, the guy who got the $700 million contract, agreed to defer all but $2 million of his annual salary. So $68 million of his $70 million per year. He's only going to get paid $2 million per year until after completion of the contract. The deferred money is to be paid out without interest from 2034 to 2043. So they will pay him. They will end up paying him, but he's going to defer it until later on after the contract ends. Why? Because he's a genius, number one. Number two, here's what's going on with this, according to some experts who have looked at this. I don't know that you could do this. I've heard it's very complicated. But if this guy plays out his 10-year deal and has all of the big chunk of that $700 million, a full $680 million of it deferred, and he says that he's leaving America after he's done playing baseball with this contract, then he might not have to pay taxes on the $680 million here in the good old US of A. But then somebody said, not only is that not true, but his accountant is going to be the busiest person in the world. And I don't know if anybody out there can even verify this, but there was somebody who said...
R.C. Hill could probably.
Maybe. MLB players have particularly troublesome times, and so do other athletes, because if you make, let's say, $700 million, not only are you required to pay federal taxes on that, not only in the state of California are you required to pay very big state taxes on that, but you could be required to pay taxes on every state in which you engage in commerce, a.k.a. playing a baseball game.
No.
So every single state that has this particular tax law could say that some portion of your income was actually earned in my state, so you have to pay the fees in my state. And that just sounds like a total nightmare to me.
So does this right here.
I'm going to talk to a kid online. And I don't even know what that was in relation to. But it wasn't that bad. I'm just going to talk to a kid online. I didn't say I was going to do anything weird with him.
Okay.
I got something to tell you. You got a case from 10 years ago. This woman, she was a prostitute.
Boring. That was boring. It says killed a hooker, but I thought you were just going to say you killed a hooker.
There's a longer version of it.
Yeah.
Anything else over there? Usually it gets right to it. I'm MAGA now. I'm MAGA now. Okay.
It's very quick.
One of the ones I hate the most, just so you guys know, if you want to have top impact.
Italian
is the,
pedophile?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the Italian sex offender one always hurts my feelings.
That one I thought was lost. And then I spent about 3 hours going through every file and hard drive, and I finally found it again, and it's there forever. I have multiple copies. Do you want to hear it again?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay,
For the new
For
people.
me, it's tough to be a sex offender.
That's a bad one. That one I don't like so much. We're learning more
What's
now.
your favorite Stevie Wonder song?
Superstition, go to bed.
Nope.
The turnaround time.
Oh, boy.
Plus the clip's a little like aggressive on the volume.
It was a little loud.
So it makes it even... All right, fine. Like when I screamed yesterday before the show.
Oh, yeah.
More time.
Hey!
One more time with the superstition.
It's
Superstition, go to bed. All right. We learned yesterday that Cecily Strong left SNL after she was participating in the, what's it called? The dress rehearsal.
Yeah.
And she was part of that. And then all of a sudden she wasn't part of the live show. And people said, what are you doing here? Why didn't she come back? Now, according to a report by the New York Post, they said the reason why she didn't do this was because perhaps she wasn't happy with the sketch that she was going to be in. A report by the New York Post delves into what happened behind the scenes of the night's cold open, which usually tackled politics. This one was more chaotic than most. It covered the ongoing issue involving college campus protests of Israel's war with Hamas. It's a powder keg situation, and in rehearsals, Cecily Strong was to play New York Representative Elise Stefanik, who last week railed against the 3 university presidents, one of whom has since resigned. The Harvard one, by the way, not going to resign. They said that she could keep her job. Strong pulled out at the last minute. She was uncomfortable with the sketch.
I mean, that is the very last possible minute you could pull out, I think.
Yeah.
So, like, it's weird that she did that, and maybe they also, some reports were saying that the writing of the sketch was a little rushed. When they actually did do the sketch, it didn't get a whole lot of laughs. Somebody was saying that Keenan had the only laughs in the sketch. I don't remember. I watched it, but I don't remember it very well. Yeah. So I just think that, like, you are uncomfortable with a sketch, but you made it to dress rehearsal before you realized how uncomfortable you were?
Yeah, that's true. That's pretty far down the line, isn't it? Like, maybe she just thought, I don't want to get into this. I know many people right now.
Or it's her first time back, and she doesn't want to just show up and suck.
Yeah, it could, but that's true. It could be because of the subject matter, and it could be because of the writing not being good. So it could either be one of those things, or, who knows, maybe she didn't feel good, or a million other things. But I think it would most likely be one of those two things. But I know a lot of people right now that are thinking on Israel and Gaza and everything that's happening. They're like, I don't want to wade into this. This is a mess. I don't want to get into this. People are so fired up on either side that if I say one thing wrong and I go 100% with one side of this, everybody's coming after me. And I think there's some people who are kind of keeping their distance on that particular topic. So maybe that was it. Maybe it was just that it wasn't very funny, because it wasn't very funny. It was kind of a weird take. Let's go over to you. Let's see what's happening where you are. Here's Hey There with the dispatch.
Sean.
Hey.
Thank you so much
There.
for that Christmas gift that you just gave me, and you didn't even know. I don't know how to write the word separate. I remember I was student teaching
I screw
many
it up
years ago,
all the
and I wrote
time.
it wrong on the whiteboard when I was being observed, and I was so embarrassed, so I just avoided writing it. And now you just taught me that it's like karate.
Mm-hmm.
Like, holy cow.
Like
Thank you for that.
separati?
Don't ask me how to spell broccoli when I need to buy broccoli at
diarrhea?
the grocery store. I just write B on my
Oh, I know how
shopping
to
list
spell
because
that.
that's another word that I just don't know how to spell. I hope you all have a wonderful holiday.
You
Stay
too.
safe, have fun, and we'll see you in the new year. That's it. Have a great day.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you for your dispatch. I know there's a lot of people who get caught up in those things, these little mistakes that we made. You can't be too hard on yourself. Always remember that Dan Quayle misspelled, what was it, potatoes on a chalkboard in front of a classroom full of kids, and everybody just ribbed them forever for it. There's people who make this in the highest of levels. Everybody makes mistakes. It's only people who don't have to talk in front of other people or do anything in front of any kind of crowd that will call you out on every little verbal mistake that you make. They're generally dumb anyways. Here's I'm Not a Hippie with a dispatch.
Speaking of funny sports clips, you have to go look up the clip of Tyreek Hill from the Miami Dolphins like a month ago. He tried to say the word camaraderie, but he said camaraderie, and it was the funniest thing ever. He thought for sure he had said the right word, but Tua had to correct him on it. It's pretty funny. Go look it up.
Let me see if I can find this, what he's talking about.
Tyreek Hill is fun to watch, and so the Dolphins have been a part of, what's the show on HBO called where they mic everybody up?
Old Mike Ball there.
No, I know what you're talking. Mic'd Up, isn't it? Mic'd Up?
No,
Or-
mic'd up is like a thing they do like during
Behind
certain
the
games.
lines.
It's gonna drive me nuts. We've been starting to watch it, and they're following the Miami Dolphins this season, right? And so they got these guys. They got Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill. If I'm saying that right.
Tyreek Hill is his name.
And he'll score a touchdown, and then as he's running and celebrating, he's like, "I'm the best in the world! I'm the best in the world! The best in the world!" And you're like, "Wow!"
Is it Hard Knocks? A lot of people in chat are
Yes,
saying
Hard Knocks.
Yeah, I love those behind the scenes things like that. Okay, we got to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get down to a hack that could change your life. We'll get to that, plus what's happening at Harvard with some more updates and more of you. Your dispatches are right on the horizon. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
You text us at 77031 and we say it on the air. Sometimes. We might even give you credit. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Still have some slowdowns in Orange County at State Road 436 southbound right around 408 and U Drive due to an earlier accident there. One on Boggy Creek Road affecting traffic north and southbound. Some slowdowns right around 4th Street. The rest of the area looking good right now. Florida Turnpike is up to speed in both directions and no problems on 429 or 408. See traffic troubles? Call the Safe Touch Security Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Pat Largo.
This report is sponsored by Macy's Backstage. What will you find at Macy's Backstage? How about the perfect holiday gifts, just $25 and under, like matching family PJs, fragrance sets, toys, and more. Find the latest trends, new arrivals, and great prices at a Macy's Backstage store near you.
You know, one thing a lot of people don't know is just how much of that big old power bill you got is from your HVAC unit, your air conditioner. That's where a lot of it comes from. It's like 3/4 of your power bill. So if you have an old AC that is not efficient at all, you could be saving a whole bunch of money with a new Carrier unit. And financially, sometimes this just makes a whole lot of sense. They also have something that I think is fantastic at Mills Air, and that's preventative maintenance, where you can schedule maybe twice a year, every quarter, for one of the great techs over at Mills Air to show up at your house and they'll change out all the filters on your AC. They'll clean out the lines so you don't get any backups or major issues. They'll look at your AC from the top to the bottom, and they'll report back to you. Here's what things look like. You're in good shape, or you might have an issue with this going down the road, so you don't get any big surprises. Preventative maintenance saves you money and can detect an upcoming breakdown. They've been in business since 1992. That's over 30 years. They're a Carrier factory authorized dealer, and they get you big rebates toward a brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to Mills Air. Find them online at millsair.com.
Sick of paying $100 for groceries and getting nothing but eggs, orange juice, and a paper bag? Then download the Drop app. Drop lets you earn points with your everyday shopping and redeem them for gift cards. Want a free dinner with those groceries? Drop it. How about daily lattes? Drop it. So download Drop today and get $5 just for signing up. Use invite code GetDrop777. That's invite code GetDrop777.
Hey creators, it's your chance to be heard. Always dreamed of making your own song? Now you can with just a few swipes on the Hype app, where you can effortlessly create music, share it with friends, and join a community of real musicians. Listen to Johnny's House on XL 1067 for a chance to hear your Hype song air on the radio. The best Hype wins $5,000. Download the Hype app at XL1067.com. That's HYPH. Or follow XL 1067 on Insta.
Welcome, everyone. Today I'm here with Natalia Rice, an attorney in the FTC's Atlanta office. Natalia, what are some of the problems people experience with shopping online?
Interestingly, online shopping scams were the second most reported scam last year. Ordering one thing, but getting something different, or having your credit card charged, but no order shipped. The good news is you have rights, and there are steps you can take if you have a problem. For example, let's say you paid for something with a credit card, but your order didn't arrive. The first step is to contact the company and cancel the order. If the company won't refund your money, you have the right to dispute the charges with your credit card company and ask for your money back. If you don't know a company or haven't shopped with them before, see what the seller says about refunds and returns. If you decide to buy, use a credit card, which gives you more protections against fraud than even, say, a debit card. And keep your receipt and confirmation emails. That way, you have backup to try to get your money back. To learn more about your shopping rights and possible scams, visit ftc.gov/moneymatters.
Join the Monsters on Friday, December the 15th at Antiber Irish Pub. It's in Maitland at the Sheraton Maitland. It's a big celebration of a great year with the Monsters, and we're going to raise as much money as we can for the Coalition for the Homeless. We're going to have all kinds of talent on stage. We're going to have Monster T-shirts for you. It's going to be a party. There'll be all kinds of specials like mimosas and Bloody Marys, and it's at Antiber Friday, December 15th. It's going to be a great time at the Sheraton Maitland. Join the Monsters for a live broadcast from 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. It's Antiber Irish Pub.
Thousands of stores across the country are pulling brand name cold and allergy products off the shelves. Why? Because an FDA advisory panel recently determined that a drug they contain, oral phenylephrine, is ineffective as a nasal decongestant. Navage offers a drug-free solution that's fast and highly effective at relieving nasal congestion caused by colds and allergies. Navage uses suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out of the other nostril to help suck out allergens, mucus, and germs. Nasal irrigation works, and Navage makes it quick and easy, but more than anything, it helps you breathe better. Don't waste your time or money on products that are ineffective. Trust drug-free Navage for fast relief to help you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
Looking for top-notch personal protection? The Smith & Wesson Equalizer is here to level the playing field. Easy to rack slide, easy to control ergonomic grip. It's designed for you. With a 10, 13, and 15-round magazine included, size up for better control or size down for easier concealment. Don't miss out on the opportunity to upgrade your safety. Visit your local dealer now. To learn more about the Equalizer, visit smith-wesson.com. Smith & Wesson, empowering Americans. All capacity sizes may not be available in your jurisdiction. Be sure to check your local laws and regulations.
This earful of Rail Radio is sponsored by RC Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
The free iHeartRadio app is your home for the holidays. Open the app and click on the holiday banner or search iHeart Holiday and start listening to Magic 107.7, plus stations playing all kinds of holiday music, Christmas classics, Christmas jazz, country, R&B, tons of playlists, even podcasts. Our gift to you, the perfect holiday soundtrack. Join the millions of listeners on the iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
No payments for 3 months with approved credit? Visit nationstrucks.com right now.
The game of magnets, taking over the world one terrible person at a time.
Good day, he says. This is add to a comment on 2 stories you've had in the past month. All right, he's just circling back with us here. 2 weeks ago with Mo, you were discussing that it was not legal to shoot a person in the back. While that is generally true, one exception is if they're heading towards family that you're protecting. A very strong argument for that to be legal. I think we talked about that when that subject came up. I think we said, if the person is running away from you, you can't shoot them in the back. But if the person is running away from you and towards like your kid or some other person who could be in danger, I think we explicitly mentioned that when we were talking to Mo.
Maybe I believe we did.
Because I remember that conversation. And he says the second story was when the Secret Service shot at somebody when they were trying to steal the Secret Service vehicle. While it's frowned upon to shoot somebody over stealing your vehicle, the exception is if there are any firearms in said vehicle. Again, a very strong argument if you're keeping arms from criminals. While they did not state that was the case, that was probably where they kept their long guns and extra body armor. Please have a wonderful Christmas vacation, and thank you, Walter. Well, thank you, Walter, for the email. Appreciate that, and appreciate you. I'm looking at our Junkie Clause, our current status over here. The blue, there are 2 small versions of the blue, or 2 small shirts. There's one XL and there's one 2XL for the This Week in Florida blue shirt. That's all there is left of that design. So if you're a small, an XL, or a 2XL, and you want to get this by Christmas with a random magnet and a sticker, it's a fun design. These are the final ones that were left in the office closet. Check that out at getskywall.com right now. Feeling very confident I will not have to eat a pepper, but here we are. And we'll also see what's going on with your dispatches in a moment or two. But there's a lot of people who are sharing their grocery hacks right now. Celine, do you have any particular grocery hacks that help you out when you're going shopping?
No, because I'm usually like a mess at grocery shopping. Like I don't have
Flailing.
I don't have a list. I don't have a plan. I'm just like like ping ponging back and forth through the whole store.
Yeah, Courtney, I don't know how she does it. She does one thing that's real smart though. She uses the Publix app, and when you just put your phone number in, you get all of the coupons that you've connected through your app, and you don't have to say anything. And she'll be like, I saved $25. I'm like, holy cow.
I need to do that, but like last time I looked at what I could clip online, none of the things were stuff I wanted.
She always finds something. And then she's a sucker sometimes because she'll be like, ketchup is 2 for $1. I got it. And I'll be like, we didn't even need ketchup. It was 2 for $1, though.
But now we have it forever.
Now we have 8 ketchups in the house, and here we go. We'll use them eventually, I'm sure. They say young Americans are venting their frustrations about inflation online and posting viral TikTok videos offering helpful hacks to combat the rising cost of goods at stores. Venting his anger on TikTok, an influencer by the name of World of Brian asked his audience to guess how much he spent on just 5 basic grocery items: cereal, milk, deodorant, washing detergent, and a pack of toothbrushes. He then showed the receipt from Target and showed it was $51.05. But what you've done there is you've made people think that things, again, are more expensive than they are. So you use cereal, milk, and deodorant and toothbrushes to show that $51 is a lot. But the washing detergent is what costs so much money. Like, it's a $20-something purchase when you try to get like a big ass thing of laundry detergent. That's why all these people go into the CVS and steal all the laundry detergent. It's not because they really want to do their laundry. is because they know that they can go to the market across the street if you're in San Francisco, and you could sell to the guy with the table selling crap your laundry detergent that you just stole, and he'll resell it for half the price or something. That's why that is that way. They said if you're making $40,000 a year, if you're making $1,000 a month, or $12,000 a year, like people on Social Security, this is beyond struggling. This is beyond tough times, and suck it up. This is a matter for a lot of people of survival. And now many people are sharing all these different ways that they can save money. This has been big for a while, though. It's not a TikTok thing. There's a couple subreddits that are for super, super thrifty people. Forgive me, I do not remember what they're called off the top of my head, but there's some on there.
That's not helpful, Sean.
You know what I'm talking about. You've seen these where they'll tell you, go to this store and purchase this item with this credit card. And like all the rewards you get make it so the thing is free. And they are so good at saving money and getting all the rewards. And I am so bad at that. All the reward programs, taking advantage of them.
Oh, I'll do it all day. And I'll even go to websites and triple check that there's not some other additional coupon and promo code I could put in. Or sometimes I'll reach out to customer service and be like, any chance? And then half the time they'll send you a code.
Right. That's a good tip, actually, to reach out to the customer service folks. Courtney always does that where she Googles for the promo code. Why wouldn't you? Right before you're making a purchase. It's a smart idea to do that.
You're talking about Courtney getting the BOGO ketchup. One of the things I've had to teach Ashley, or kind of like get her out of the mindset, is that when something is like $4 for $5, she has to get all four to get the deal, which at Publix is usually not the case. It's like, no, you can just get one for a little bit of money and still save a little bit of money. You don't have to get like 10 or whatever the deal is.
But that's why it's there, because people fall for that every single time.
Yeah.
It's very, very convincing, and it's a sales trick that works. Somebody says, Bojo, in fact, says on YouTube, you guys should look up Kevin Garnett trying to say equivalent. I haven't seen this clip before, but I have it in front of me here. Here's Kevin Garnett, the NBA great. Let's try to say the word equivalent.
Okay, here we go. Kind of like naming NFL equivalent for each NBA player.
He went right over that.
Like naming NFL equivalent for each.
He didn't say an E in that all. Equivalent was what he was trying. But they threw it at him in real time, too. That's what I was saying. He didn't know equivalent was going to be facing him straight down on a random day like this. He wanted some easy stuff. All right, let's get to, oh, shoot, we got to take a quick break. That's what we got to do. In fact, we'll take a break, and then we'll get back and do jury duty. I'll tell you about this Harvard situation, and we'll get to a bunch of these dispatches. Thanks to everybody who's been taking the opportunity to get some of these leftover designs from Junkie Claws, by the way.
Where are we at right now, bud? You ready for
I don't know. We did sell a couple more, I think, but right now we still have a handful left that makes me think I'm confident that we're not going to sell like the pink 4X. I'm a little bit confident in that. We have only 3 of the blue left now, so we're almost sold out of that category, which is one of the best ones, honestly, at getskywall.com. Go check it out. All right, quick break, then we're back with that jury duty. We got some updates on court stories we've been following, and you, that's coming up next on the News Junkie.
What's more exciting than a brand new iPhone with a dozen cameras? How about Real Radio on your iPhone? Just tell Siri to play Real Radio 104.1.
Hey, this is Lincoln Kennedy, 3-time Pro Bowler. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz.
Is Sean Payton inching toward Coach of the Year? Russell Wilson's career was in jeopardy 3 months ago, and Payton was getting crushed for their slow start. Now Russ has gone from washed to rejuvenated. Payton getting the most out of an older, smaller quarterback. Despite the early season chaos, Denver's hit the home stretch. They're 7-6. This feels like a playoff team. I'm Colin Cowherd.
The Mercedes-Benz Holiday Love Celebration is here with incredible offers on exceptional vehicles you're bound to love, like the EQB C-Class or the EQE SUV. Find an exclusive offer on a vehicle you'll adore now through January 2nd. Learn more at MBUSA.com/special offers.
Extra cash coming right up.
Happy Money is letting you in on a happier way to elevate your savings with an incredible certificate offered by Alliant Credit Union. Smart, bold, and straightforward. Alliant offers a 12-month certificate with 5.25 APY annual percentage yield with a low minimum deposit of $1,000. Funds are insured up to $250,000. Best of all, anyone can apply to join. Elevate your savings today. Visit happymoney.com/Alliant. That's ALLIANT. The APY is accurate as of the 11/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
Hard Rock Bet presents Legal in Florida.
You can bet the game on Hard Rock Bet. No more betting inside your head. Now Hard Rock Bet is legal in Florida. Now Hard Rock Bet is legal in Florida. Legal in Florida. It's safe, it's legal. We'll repeat that it is legal. Top rated sportsbook and it's the only one that's legal.
Get a no-regret first bet up to $100 when you sign up now. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 and over and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
This is Scott Trout of Cordell & Cordell. If you're a dad who is facing divorce, there are extra layers of stress that may include stereotypes and assumptions. No two situations are the same. Our legal experience and dedication prepare us for whatever legal challenges we face together. For more than 30 years, Cordell & Cordell has represented men in divorce.
Office in Orlando. Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's attorneys. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Scott Trout, licensed in Missouri, Illinois, and Georgia only. Online at CordellCordell.com.
Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world's #1 nerve care company. Nervive tablets contain alpha-lipoic acid to relieve nerve aches, weakness, and discomfort, plus B-complex vitamins to support healthy nerve function as you age. Live life with less nerve discomfort with Nervive Nerve Relief. Learn more at nervivehealth.com. And try Nervive Pain Relieving Cream to block nerve pain signals at the source. Use as directed.
It's hot. We all know that. Have you noticed your power bill is skyrocketing? The current cost of energy is the highest it's ever been, and it's probably going to just keep getting higher. Solar Source can change that for you. I recently took the plunge with Solar Source with my pool heater, and man, it's been a game changer. I love working with Solar Source. Solar Source has nearly 40 years in the business. They bring the power of the sun to over 6,000 Central Florida homes since 1984. Mine and my mom's and my sister's included. Solar Source makes it easy with a free estimate. Monster listeners, they have an online tool that lets you get your own solar estimate in just 30 seconds. No pressure, no salesman, just the facts. You can harness your own power and stop wasting thousands of dollars every year renting your electricity at higher and higher prices. Visit solarsource.com/monsters and see how easy it is to get your instant hassle-free quote. Solar Source, the most trusted name in solar. solarsource.com/monsters.
The holiday countdown is on. Don't miss 50% off everything at your nearest Banana Republic factory store. Hurry to save on must-have gifts, winter essentials, and more. Now through December 19th.
Sure, any two slices of bread with something in the middle makes a sandwich. But what makes a Wawa hoagie a hoagie? Is it the roll, perfectly crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside? The deli meats and cheeses, premium quality piled high? The fresh, crisp veggies, sauces, aioli, spices, oil, and vinegar? Or is it getting it made fresh just the way you like?
Yeah, it's all of that.
Now you can get your favorite classic hoagie just the way you like for only $6. Gotta have a Wawa. This season calls for giving more than just a cup of cheer. It calls for
Wawa's Frosted Sugar Cookie Iced Coffee? Sweet.
A peppermint cookies and cream smoothie? So smooth.
Guys, we might have gotten you the same thing.
Oh, good. That's what I wanted anyway.
Give joy this season with Wawa's handcrafted holiday beverages. Happy sippings. Gotta have a Wawa.
Gift wrapping struggles. Packed parking lots. Tangled decorations. Take your family light years from the holiday routine with Holidays in Space at Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex, sponsored by Pepsi. Discover the nightly lighting of a 50-foot tree, the all-new projection show guided by our out-of-this-world host, Starflake, and the Rocketry Trail, sponsored by L3 Harris. Holidays in Space is included with general admission. Tickets on sale now at KennedySpaceCenter.com.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies. including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens. And it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Mark your calendar and tell your boss to shove it. Kid Rock, Jason Aldean, and some of their friends are going to get loud, going to get rowdy, and they're going to do it in your hometown. Tickets to Rock the Country are on sale now. Get them before they're gone at rockthecountry.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Facebook, more than a place to remind you of birthdays. Find us and like us. Real Radio 1041 on Facebook is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Riding the daily roller coaster of viral news from the front row. It's
That seems like such a miserable life to me. Celia was looking into this r/Frugal, the subreddit where, just like I was saying earlier, people with things being so expensive now on TikTok and other platforms are sharing hacks, ways that they've been saving money at the grocery store. But they go nuts over this on the Frugal subreddit to where it doesn't even seem like a fun thing to do. What were some of the ones that you were seeing on there?
I know that it is fun for some people to do the math, to know like this, but I think it's fun if you don't have to. If you have to live like this, that is unfortunate. And it's because they're like, hey, I like adding flavored kombucha to my carbonated water. I make both the kombucha and carbonate the water, so it works out to be about 5 cents per drink.
Mm-hmm.
Like, 5 cents a drink. It says, how do you carbonate your water? Even with SodaStream, I was paying $1.50 per liter. And they're like, I get a rebate for returning old cylinders at the grocery store. So they end up being $15 a cylinder. Each cylinder makes about 60 liters. So about 240 glasses, about 6 cents per glass.
That sounds exhausting.
Yes, it does. It sounds like way too much. And then you start to live life where everything that you eat or drink or do, you're thinking about how you can make it a couple of cents cheaper. And it brings me back to those people who used to get like the toilet paper and then spin it into 2 rolls. Like, you've got a great hack going on there, and look at all the money you've saved on this. And at some point you make yourself a bit undateable, I think. I really do. If you're too much of a penny pincher in public, then somebody's going to go, wait, you split the plies on your toilet paper, you weirdo? Okay, no, not going to do that. I am starting to get a little more worried than I was because now the This Week in Florida shirts that were rolled back out by Junkie Claws are starting to get gobbled up, even though the sizes are weird. We got 2 small of the blue left, and that's it. You guys could shut down a full category, one of the 3 categories, getting you a third of the way there, basically. And in the green This Week in Florida shirt, there's small, large, and 2 3XLs. So we need some big boys to roll over to getskywall.com and grab those.
Gals that love a good pajama shirt.
I see the names on these labels, and it's almost always some dude who sounds like he's a trucker. It's almost always some guy who I think is repping us in some big-ass truck driving stuff around right now. So you could shut down 2 categories out of the 3 and get me closer to eating this African pepper that Momanji randomly dropped off at my house. There's 2 smalls of the blue and then small, large, and 2 3XLs of the green at getskywall.com. Before we get to jury duty, they say Harvard, as a result of this whole thing with anti-Semitism on campus and will you condemn students or are students breaking any laws at the school or regulations or rules if they say that there should be a genocide of the Jewish students? They wouldn't answer those questions. They were bad about that and clumsy, too academic in their answers. And now Harvard has lost a staggering $1 billion in donations over its handling of this. Whenever I see a story like this, it reminds me how stupid people are. How absolutely, who are you that you're giving Harvard money? You're donating
alumni.
money. Why? Why are you donating money?
Can't you write it off, too, if you're super rich?
I don't know if you can, but if you are giving Harvard money, how much does it cost to go to Harvard for 4 years? Can somebody just Google that for me? I can't Google and talk, otherwise I would do this myself. Harvard, 4 years, $350,000 is my guess. I have no idea if that's right or not.
$330,000.
Well, C-Lane, congratulations. You're close. The Harvard cost for a 4-year degree, including books, tuition, and all their other expenses, would be approximately $334,000.
All right, $334,000 for students.
Also Googled.
For students who are paying full price. Of course, there's some that get to skate through or get to scholarships and other things. But flat out, the idea that you're sending these colleges more money than they already have is insanely stupid. Unless you find, like Sabrina said, some good tax write-off so it makes sense for you monetarily. But even then, give to some poor college.
Why is it a tax write-off to donate to a college?
I don't know that it is.
Is it a donation, a tax write-off?
Not, but, I mean, a donation to a non-for-profit is a tax write-off.
I know that there's something about this.
Some of these colleges are not-for-profit, though. Through a technicality. Some of them are. So maybe that factors in, too.
And that, I think a lot comes into play, like legacy. And especially if you've got a kid or a grandkid who's going to be going to college, they find out that you've donated, their application will get right there to the top very quickly.
Yeah, I just looked it up. A lot of these universities, from University of Arizona to Johns Hopkins and Baylor, Wilmington, University of Scranton, University of Delaware, all these, they're all filed as not-for-profit. So if you donated them, you might be able to write that off. But these are big, gigantic, bloated-ass colleges that make so much money.
You know, some people, they make a lot of money. They worked hard, and what they want to see for it is not always what we want to see for our hard work. You know, we want to see, you know, a nice house or a nice boat to hang out on, cars. You know, the ability to ride on private planes if we want to. That's cool. Some people want to see their names on a library.
Oh, yeah.
Some
Boring, but
some people want to see their nephews go to Harvard. That's what a lot of this is.
Man, there was a TikTok or an Instagram or something going around the other day of like something that didn't age well, and it was Lori. Is it Lori Loughlin?
Yes.
Was Aunt Becky? And she was in some movie where she's telling like a teenager, like, "Oh yeah, just send in your application now and tell them my name. You know, I put in a good word for you." I was like, "Oh,
awkward."
Bad timing on that. Don't give these gigantic colleges money. There's so many. And by the way, even if you're getting a tax write-off, give it to an actual charity. Give it to a charitable organization that can do better things with it. Find the one that's the highest rated, that gets the most money to the end recipient and takes the less in all kinds of administrative fees.
And then, but they have alumni, I don't know, I forget the actual title, but it's a job. They make 6 figures, and it's to go schmooze all the rich alumni so they will donate. Yeah. And you get a nice dinner, and you get all the promises, and why not write a check?
Yeah, I just find that to be insane. And they've now lost $1 billion of funding because a lot of the people that were doing that were Jewish people, and they weren't happy with the answers that they saw from the president of Harvard. But she, according to Harvard, is going to be keeping her job regardless. Here goes nothing. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. It's 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MOE, or go to justcallmo.com. If you're in an accident, there's lots of attorneys out there, but don't you want the one that's going to hear your story, prepare for you, fight against the insurance companies? Sounds like the least an attorney could offer, but so many of them don't care about you as a person. They see you just as a number, and they want to settle the case as fast as they can. 866-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. Google has lost their monopoly case to Fortnite maker Epic Games. I applaud this, and I applaud the jury. They say the maker of popular video game Fortnite has won a U.S. court battle against Google. They lost a similar battle against Apple, but that ain't over yet. With the jury deciding the search giant had operated an illegal monopoly, what this is all about is because Google and the App Store are like 99.9% of all app distribution. And they say if you're going to make any money off of your app, you could see why I might have a dog in this fight. If you're going to make any money off of your app, we want a giant cut of it, like a third of the money for doing nothing. Some dude in India programs an app that he makes all on his own. He's come up with something really clever, and then all the money starts rolling in, and this giant corporation in Google goes, I deserve 1/3 of that for hosting the app. This is preposterous. This is essentially, it's like mafia tactics.
I remember when I had that idea. I had a solid app idea. Remember what it was?
No, I forgot.
Instagram.
Clapify.
Oh, Clapify.
That's right. Where you
What
could
does that
clap
do?
in between each text.
Yeah, it would automatically put the clap emoji in between each word you wanted to send.
Folks, do you see what's on the line here? Clapify cannot afford to lose 1/3 of the revenue to Google and Apple. That's just unfair. And a DoorDash driver says an 11-year-old carjacked her at gunpoint during a delivery.
All right.
11 years old. Okay, quick break. We'll regroup. When we come back, a mother thought her son was up to something. She followed him with a Find My iPhone trick. And when she saw him inside a vehicle, what she saw was so insane, she had to take a picture of it immediately. I'll tell you what that was. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
This Christmas Eve at 8 p.m., a Real Radio Christmas Carol on repeat. Sponsored by Goldsmith Jewelry Shop. This holiday, shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Have a serious crash now in Orange County on State Road 50 westbound, right around I-4. All lanes closed there. And also, we still have that off-ramp center lane blocked on westbound 408 to Goldenrod Road. And a slow flow on I-4 westbound from Princeton to Ivanhoe Boulevard. See traffic troubles, call the Safe Touch Security Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Pat Largo.
This report is sponsored by Macy's Backstage. What will you find at Macy's Backstage? How about the perfect holiday gifts, just $25 and under, like matching family PJs, fragrance sets, toys, and more. Find the latest trends, new arrivals, and great prices at a Macy's Backstage store near you.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
Looking for top-notch personal protection? The Smith & Wesson Equalizer is here to level the playing field. Easy to rack slide, easy to control ergonomic grip. It's designed for you. With a 10, 13, and 15-round magazine included, size up for better control or size down for easier concealment. Don't miss out on the opportunity to upgrade your safety. Visit your local dealer now. To learn more about the Equalizer, visit smith-wesson.com. Smith & Wesson, empowering Americans. All capacity sizes may not be available in your jurisdiction. Be sure to check your local laws and regulations.
Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world's #1 nerve care company. Nervive tablets contain alpha-lipoic acid to relieve nerve aches, weakness, and discomfort, plus B-complex vitamins to support healthy nerve function as you age. Live life with less nerve discomfort with Nervive Nerve Relief. Learn more at nervivehealth.com. And try Nervive Pain Relieving Cream to block nerve pain signals at the source. Use as directed.
Sharing is caring, right? Well, that's what they say. But at McDonald's, they mean it. That's the only place where when I roll through with my fam, I leave happy and full. Because for real, I get everything I want. No, scratch that. We all get everything we want. Especially right now, when we can bundle our faves for breakfast. How about a savory sausage McMuffin with melty cheese, or the most delicious, warm, flaky sausage biscuit with those delicious classic hash browns for just $2.79? Or later in the day, get the fam together and go all out. Bundle the hits like a crispy McChicken topped with mayo and lettuce, or a juicy McDouble with not one, but 2 100% pure beef patties and tasty, small, world-famous fries for only $3.69. McDonald's eats, and so do we all, because there's always something for everyone. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid with product served.
Hey, everybody, Jim Colbert here from my friends over at Rebath. You know, any company that has great products and great services does not need high-pressure sales pitches, and Rebath does that. No high-pressure sales tactics. You will never be in a must-buy right now situation with Rebath. And there's no pricing games either, like other companies that start super high, then drop the price in half immediately if you buy today. It doesn't work like that with Rebath of Orlando. Still the only company that does full, complete bathroom remodeling, top to bottom, and they do it right the first time. Always stay in tune with their website for brand new designs. That's rebathmidfla.com. In all my years of endorsing this company, I've never had a complaint. And there's a reason the big box stores choose Rebath for their bathroom remodeling business. This is a national brand that stands behind what they say and what they do. Rebath of Mid-Florida's reputation is so good, there are companies mimicking what they do and claiming to be with them. That's not true. Do your research and ask questions. Don't be fooled by imposters. Get with Rebath of Mid-Florida. Showroom 436 in Altamont, right across from Kobe. Hop online and check out the before and afters at rebathmidfla.com.
Boost Infinite's new wireless technology gives you 3 networks for the price of 1 and better service at a lower price. Switch today. Visit boostinfinite.com. That's boostinfinite.com.
Do you have information about a violent crime? Help solve crimes with your anonymous tips at crimeline.org. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Your tips make a difference. Say it here. It's anonymous at crimeline.org. Paid by CSTF.
Making it to Wednesday is a win in itself, and Dunkin' thinks you deserve a reward. That's why every Wednesday, now through December, Dunkin' Rewards members get a free donut with drink purchase. So whether you like your midweek pick-me-ups oozing with chocolate or filled with jelly, it's on us, because you deserve it. Save time and order ahead on the app with Dunkin' Rewards. Not a member? Join today. America runs on Dunkin'. Limit 1 classic donut per member per Wednesday. Terms and exclusions may apply. Participation may vary. Offer ends 12/27/2023.
Escape to the village of nothing much and delight in soothing tales from the lakefront inn to the downtown bookshop to the cabin in the woods. Based on the beloved Nothing Much Happens podcast, Stories from the Village of Nothing Much offers family-friendly, anxiety-relieving narratives celebrating small joys and community bonds.
A tower of a tree stood lit in her glory in our park, and we all clapped and whistled our approval.
Listen to Stories from the Village of Nothing Much on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Untuckit has everything he needs this holiday season. Shop now and save big with our biggest sale of the year happening at untuckit.com or at any of the 80-plus Untuckit stores. Untuckit shirts are designed to be worn untucked. They keep him looking sharp and feeling comfortable. He'll love to unwrap one of our iconic button-downs, super soft flannels, or cozy sweaters. Get them while they last during our biggest sale of the year. Shop Untuckit's biggest sale of the year happening now at untuckit.com or at any of our over 80 stores.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to goodrx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Hard Rock Bet presents Legal in Florida.
You can bet the game on Hard Rock Bet. No more betting inside your head. Now Hard Rock Bet is legal in Florida. Now Hard Rock Bet is legal in Florida. Legal in Florida. It's safe, it's legal. We'll repeat that it is legal. Top rated sports book and it's the only one that's legal.
Get a no-regret first bet up to $100 when you sign up now. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 and over and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. If it's important to you, it's on and probably being mocked by.
We're going to have to shift from DEFCON 4 to DEFCON 3. Things are not looking fantastic here.
For you?
Yeah, me and the end of the show. There is now only one of the green This Week in Florida shirts back up from Junkie Claus. There's only one green. It's a small, just for the record. And there's two small blues, and then those two will be completely gone.
Oh, you're screwed.
There's only 8 of them total that are up there right now. So we're all the way down to just 8 of the leftover straggler shirts, and they're odd sizes. So I thought I'd be good here to toss this out. I mean, pretty much everything sells out that we put out. Like almost every shirt design ever is sold out. But I thought that because these sizes were weird and we were tossing it out right at the end of the year just to clean out the office closet, that there would be more resistance. And I think that they might want to punish me here. So we are in DEFCON 3. We are straight up in DEFCON 3. GetSkywall.com is where you can go to take a look. Maybe you're a tiny person, you need a small shirt, and you could add to this. GetSkywall.com. And we'll see what Junkie Claus has for us tomorrow. There'll be another design tomorrow that pops back up, because these are ones that were extras on these design drops that ended up in the office closet, and now they're headed over to you. I think we might have a day where we do a mystery one, and I got like all kinds of stuff from the archives, and we'll do a cheap mystery one, so people who don't know what they're getting get like a really good deal on it.
And we still, I'm finding out the mysteries of what's here at HQ, which seems to be quite a bit.
Is there a bunch of stuff there?
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we will figure all this out. But for the here and now, we're down to 8, which is frightening to me because I'm staring at this mystery African orange pepper that Mo Manji dropped off, and the little tiny one that I said I would eat. I think it's growing as I'm sitting here in the studio. It just appears to be getting more and more large and scary looking. So we'll keep an eye on that, getskywall.com. A mother, though, is in the news, and she's going to be before we hear from you in your dispatches. This woman thought something was up with her son. She said, something's not right here. Something weird's going on. And the mother said, I'm going to follow my son and see if we can figure out what's going on. She tracked her son down using a location sharing app after becoming suspicious of his recent behavior. On the day of this arrest, the victim told his mother he had a rugby practice, right? So the kid is like, I'm off to rugby practice, and I'll see you later, Ma. And she goes, I don't know about this. She saw the location had him at the park. He wasn't at rugby practice. When the mother arrived at the park, she found her son and his teacher naked in the car and in the middle of having sex.
Oh, no. Wait, I know what happened next. That's not good.
At which point she started taking photos of what was happening in the car, and she called the police. And that, I think we're all going to the same question here. Is that like
yeah,
you gonna get in trouble for that? Because
CP,
you need proof, though. I don't know. It might be a molest.
There's something else that I got to tell you about here, okay? And I think this might change your complete thoughts on all of this. Police arrested the teacher, Gabriella Neufeld, who's 26 years old, all right? The teacher is 26 years old, Gabriella Neufeld. They arrested her on the scene and charged her with 5 counts of sexual activity with a student. The victim is 18, which is the age of consent in the state, but a teacher cannot legally have sex with a student who is more than 4 years their junior unless they're married, according to law. And in North Carolina, you get arrested for that. But the son was 18. The son was fully consenting. The woman was 26, but she was a teacher and he was a student. That's not as bad, really. I don't think it's quite as bad as it initially seemed. I thought it was like a 16-year-old kid. Teachers got him in the back of the car. They're having sex. It's different.
She got arrested on a charge that's not statutory rape.
Right.
It's unlawful sex, but it's not like, I still have questions about the pictures.
Yeah, the mom took pictures because she saw this going down in the vehicle and was like, I got to snap some photos of this for evidence. And then she called the police. No charges against her. They started a dating relationship as boyfriend and girlfriend, these two, this couple.
Oh, they went steady.
On October 18th, 2023, It was his assigned biology teacher starting his current school year. So she's actually his teacher in class, and he's boning her in this car in the middle of the park.
Let me see that report card.
Little bit weird. Yeah, is he getting grades better than he is in every other classroom? Because we might know why that's happening. All right, let's go to, before we go to your dispatches, I thought this was funny. They brought this guy on one of the sports shows who said he was the greatest three-point shooter in the world. And he has like a class where he charges parents to teach their kids about how to play basketball. And whenever this happens, they always love to try to make like idiots of these people. And here it is. All right, here's what happened.
35.
Now, what do you do for a living?
I run a gym. I do Miracola 360 here. I'm a basketball trainer. I teach kids how to dribble and shoot and all that.
All right, he's got to be intimidated. This guy who says he's the greatest three-point shooter.
He's also wearing a headband, like a women's style headband.
He's got a headband. He's got his company on his shirt. But he's talking to guys who are not necessarily good at three-pointers, but they're very intimidating in the basketball world. Shaquille O'Neal and Charles Barkley at the same time. So he's probably a little nervous.
Oh, it's hard to argue, though, man. Not from here. Congratulations. Will Kenny lose for the first time, America?
They want to see if he can actually hit three-pointers, because I know it's a bunch of chaos right
First
now.
one up. Hey, stop making excuses.
No, Charles Barkley's yelling at him. Stop making excuses. Just shoot the three-pointers.
I was shooting around. I almost hit the ceiling.
Wait, he's shooting the same gym you are. What's the rules? First to three. Okay. First to three. First to three.
Like me and we just alternate?
Yeah. First to three.
You going?
No, it's your welcome.
Just shoot.
Because if I make the first
All right, here's
one,
the instructor. First to three-pointers is the winner. The instructor's off
do my
first.
first one. Okay. All right, there you go. All right, there it is. See?
That's off by
I'll make that first one. Oh, I might have to take this off. He's
going to take his coat off now so that he could really just make this guy look like a loser.
Thank God you're paying attention, because these people just talking over and over each other.
I don't know how people watch this.
Yeah.
There's a lot of crosstalk in this. I'm having to narrate the whole thing.
Also, Big Doug Millionaire points out a good point. Shaq and Barkley aren't known as the best three-point shooters.
No,
around,
I said as much.
Okay, you did.
I said they're not good at this, but there's another guy who's on the show, and he, just suffice to say, drills all three of his as this best three-point shooter in the world, misses all three in front of the entire country. Said some people might be looking for their money back, a bit of a refund from their sports teacher that they hired to teach their kid how to drill some threes. All right, let's go over to your dispatches. We got a bunch of them coming in here on a lovely Tuesday. Here's Dragonfly Man.
Hi, junkies.
Hey.
So I was thinking I would love it if you guys could replay the psychic predictions that Sean had gotten from at the beginning of the 2023. I think that would be kind of cool to go recap and see what was right and what wasn't. And I don't know, yeah, I just thought it would be kind of neat.
We could probably do that. I don't know.
That. Thank you.
We got that somewhere, right, C-Lane?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're also going to do that for 2024, so we'll keep that tradition going. And somebody sent in the clip that we were talking about of Sabrina earlier.
Yes, thank you, Michael.
Here we go. Let me see. Don't pull this up. All right, now you can pull it up, C-Lane, if you want. Not that it matters much visually. But here's the audio of when Sabrina made her mistake, when we were talking about all the words that we fumble around here.
Listen to the confidence.
Just for the record, this is not an active contest. This is just audio recording of us doing one, all right?
Win iHeartRadio's ultimate once-in-a-lifetime cash sweepstakes experience. $50,000.
You're not really getting it.
Text this keyword now to 45495.
Jump, G-U-M-P, jump.
Text jump.
And then he said, if you skip forward a little bit, is when you guys ask,
oh, really?
Hey. Yeah. She said it went every time.
No, she didn't. Oh. She said it, and then she looked like she was a rock star, and then it sank in.
Amy was there.
Oh, Amy Caulfield was in the studio.
So embarrassing.
Oh, that's a tough one. Yeah, we all trip up every once in a while. Let's go back to these. Here's Maine 420. It just says Merry Christmas.
Hey, News Junkie, Maine 420 here. I just want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a good time off with your family and friends. Love the show and keep it up.
Thank you. That's very kind of you, Maine 420. I really appreciate that. Let's see. Chris P. Bacon is next on the show.
Hey, Sean. Hey, the reason why he's deferred the money is because he's probably getting paid on the interest.
The Dodgers player.
Over the course of the years, in addition to the base salary of $2 million a year.
No, I said with no interest.
There's a guy back in, I think, 92 with the Mets, Bobby Bonilla. He was really the first one to do that. He got paid like $1 million deferred. I'm sorry, it was $1 million a year after the deferred payments. And like he's still on the Mets payroll today, almost 30 years later. I think he's still on their payroll for another 10 years. So a lot of these guys, when they do that, they get paid off the interest, and when they defer the payments like that. So it's actually a smart way to go when it comes to salaries, because they're guaranteed, even after they're long retired, they'll get, still be getting some money, mailbox money in some ways, as you would say.
Nice.
Have a good weekend, guys.
All right, thank you. One more for now. Here's Diesel Dan.
Hey, what's up, junkies?
Hey.
Quick question. Over the last few years, everybody's like, Elon Musk, he's our bro. He's like Tony Stark. He's a cool tech guy. I feel like we've turned a corner here. He's my buddy. He does Dogecoin. He's cool. Now he's just weird. What is that what you guys are thinking? Also, the other thing, you guys are talking about that car yesterday. This stuff used to happen a lot with older cars. They're going for the guy that was their first car, back in college, or their mom had one, grandma, but now they're older and they have money and they want the nostalgia. That's who's going to pay good money for that car. But
not going to do that. Sorry.
Happy week before Christmas.
I don't buy into that. Oh, nostalgia from my Honda Accord that I drove in the 90s.
No thanks. Yeah, my parents also drove a Honda Accord, and I'm not. I don't have any ties to that.
No. And as far as the Elon Musk thing goes, I think talking about Elon Musk melts people's brains a little bit, because I've heard so many people who are like, Elon Musk is a moron. He's the dumbest person. Like, obviously, Elon Musk is a fairly smart guy, right? You can't do some of the things that he's done. I've heard stories. I read a biography about Elon Musk, and I heard stories in it where he would get into conversations about rockets and engines. And so he knows how all of that stuff works, and he dives deep down into these projects. He's obviously a smart guy, and he's got a lot of things that he has done. And if he wasn't posting on Twitter, he'd probably just be a beloved genius type guy. But because he bought Twitter and S posts on Twitter, it is like a troll, and posts incredibly controversial stuff, seemingly for no reason.
And then charges people.
People hate him because of it, right? So it's just like I said, if The Rock declares that he's going to run for president, immediately half of his fan base is going to hate him. These kind of things are stupid. And I think Elon Musk is under the belief that getting attention on Twitter is the key element. And I don't agree with him on that strategy. I think you have to, with Twitter, make it the thing that it is. Twitter as a social media network is different than all the rest. It's the place where you go to instantly talk about something. You don't go for breaking news on Facebook. You don't go on Instagram for breaking news. You don't go on TikTok for breaking news. You go on Twitter. That's what the platform is. It's instant communication. It's serotonin rushes. It's all of that. And it's where a lot of the dumbest people, the viral people of the day, come from. So I think what you have to do is find a way to make money with it, which is not something that he's on the path to. And the more people you piss off, the more people aren't going to want to advertise on the platform. And I think he thinks the AI thing is going to save his ass. But I think I'm not dumb enough to say that Elon Musk is an ignorant man. He's not intelligent. That's what people say when they're just mad about stuff. I think that he's a smart guy, but what he does on Twitter is stupid. I think that's where I land on him. All right, what do you think? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now.
Dumb question. The previous dispatcher was talking about the deferment of payments.
Yeah.
Is that at all a gamble to do that? Like if you got a big contract from the New York Mets, it was what he was talking about in this case, and you have a $20 million contract for 5 years, and you're going to defer it to only be paid $1 million a year, and then you're going to get the $15 million later. If the Mets completely fold,
I don't know.
I mean, are you just not going to see that money ever? Is that
there has to be a contract involved?
No, but even if there is, he's saying like say the corporation that is the New York Mets just melts financially and they go under, and the Mets are no longer a thing. their obligations financially are still there. But if they go bankrupt, you're not getting all that money. They don't have it. The money doesn't exist there.
Right.
So there is a risk there. You're betting that the team is going to be financially soluble enough to pay you back.
Or you get a truckload of Mets merch, lifetime, and everyone gets to have a Christmas forever.
And then you're an eBay salesperson for the rest of your days. All right, what's wrong with eBay salespeople?
I want to spend my retirement in retirement. I don't want to spend my retirement, especially after this job, printing out labels and packing up T-shirts.
Yeah, true. One job that popped up for a hot second and then totally disappeared, there was a limited amount of time where there were brick and mortar storefronts where you would take your stuff in and they would put it up on eBay for you and they would sell it and they would give you the money. And that was a company for a little while.
40-Year-Old Virgin.
It was like for boomers. Is that what he did in 40-Year-Old Virgin?
That's what the girl that he is into. That's what she does.
This was an actual job that existed for a very short period of time because boomers wouldn't be able to post anything on eBay, but they'd go, I want to sell this. And the person would get a cut of all the merchandise that would come in and take advantage of it a lot of times. Let's just do one or two more dispatches. Here's Justin Yu talking about corn cob Wasson.
Wait. So Foursquare Wasson is trying to tell somebody how to conserve even more toilet paper?
I'm keeping all my plies, buddy.
Oh, my God. Pretty soon he's going to be telling you guys about corn cobs.
I am just saying, I am keeping all my plies. Even though I say 4 squares is enough to get the job done. Stand by that. I think that's absolutely fine, but you don't want to go splitting them because then you have the thinnest thing and you can't work with that.
You also have a thin thing when you only use 4 squares, Sean.
4 squares is a significant amount. 4 of those squares, if you stack them on top of each other, it makes a significant amount of toilet paper.
Oh my God,
it gets
you're
the job
stacking
done.
too?
Oh, I fold them all the squares on top of each other. You know what I'm saying? Like you take all the squares and fold them into
fecal
one.
matter on your hands without a
No,
doubt.
I have the cleanest hands of anybody on the show. My hands are sparkling clean. I wash my hands all the time. I don't have anything on my hands.
I had a moment yesterday. This is it's triggering me, Sean. That you automatically assume you have the cleanest hands of the show, but I'm not mad at you right now. I was a little taken aback when Ashley said to me, like, when was the last time you washed your hands? And I said, last time I went to the bathroom. And she said, with soap? And I said, yeah. And she goes, huh. I'll be like I'll be damned. Like she assumed that I just don't wash my hands or I don't use soap or all kinds of things. Like sometimes at work I'll do like just like a quick thing but
and then you go touch the board?
Yeah, all the buttons.
He's the only one that uses that one. Nobody else going in there. It's just the way she sees you, you think, is not up to where it should be.
And then, so she automatically assumes that I'm just dirty hand, not soap washing. And then you're like, I'm the one on the show that's got the cleanest hands. I'm like, what do people think of my hands?
Well, clearly, from what I've said on this show before, I'm not going to put myself down as the person with the cleanest face. I'm going to keep that one off of anything I'll make claim to. But I'll tell you, when you put 4 squares on top of each other, it's like all of our powers combined, the Captain Planet of toilet paper. It's big enough, sturdy enough.
Stacked on top of each other your hand is bigger than that stack. So I just don't understand how that works, like as far as physics and the dimensions. Like your hand is bigger, therefore you're getting poop on your fingers.
It's not how it works.
Yeah. Sometimes I think you have a different butt than we do.
Yeah, a cuter butt. How about that?
I think you're revealing that you're a scruncher is what's happening here.
Yeah,
that's what it
sometimes
sounds like
I
to me.
fold, but it's way more than 4 pieces. I'll tell you that.
It doesn't
much.
make it any more toilet paper if you fold it or scrunch it. It's still the same amount of toilet paper.
But the width, the amount.
I don't have a problem with that. I've been successful. We're good to go. It's working for me. Maybe this is a me thing, but it works for me. So that's what I'm going to do. All right, quick break. When we come back, we'll hear from more of you. And I've got to tell you something mind-blowing that they just learned about your dog. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
In a world of ever-changing algorithms, you can still find us here. Real Radio 1041 on Facebook. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
State Road 50 westbound between I-4 and Edgewater Drive closed down now due to a crash on the opposite side of the road. State Road 50 eastbound at I-4 has the left turn lane blocked there with several fire apparatus on scene. State Road 417 northbound after Airport Boulevard still has a right lane blocked due to an earlier crash. See traffic troubles, call the Safe Touch Security Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Pat Largo.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. Whatever hoagie you prefer, Wawa hoagies are made just for you. Now you can get your favorite classic hoagie just the way you like for only $6. $6 for your favorite classic hoagie. Gotta have a Wawa.
Are you experiencing tooth pain? Advanced Endodontics can help. With state-of-the-art care, experienced and compassionate staff, and 6 convenient locations throughout Central Florida, we make it easy to find the relief you need. We partner with well-known companies who offer great financing options, so you can achieve the smile of your dreams. And the best part is, no referrals are needed. Schedule your appointment today at IneedARootCanal.com. That's IneedARootCanal.com.
Fence Outlet has the largest assortment of vinyl, wood, aluminum, chain link, and steel fences in Florida. That means we have the styles you want at the guaranteed lowest price. Right now, put no money down and get 0% financing on any fence. Go to fenceoutlet.com today. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. The holidays are here. Thanksgiving and Christmas are among us, and don't you want to be around for as many of those as you can possibly be around for? Of course you do, and that's why Life Imaging FLA is so important. You know, with Life Imaging FLA and their free heart scan, you can really find out what's happening in your body and head off those diseases at the pass. That's right. Get that scan, take it to your primary care doctor, and then build that long-term health care plan that you've been waiting to build. And remember, these are some pretty treacherous times of year for cardiac death. Believe it or not, Christmas Day is the #1 day, and the day after is #2. New Year's Day, that's #3. You get the idea. Make sure you have the information to take care of those issues in your body now. And with Life Imaging FLA and their free heart scan, just a few minimum requirements, by the way. It is a $699 value. You can know. Just pick up your cell phone and dial pound 250. Say the keyword free heart scan. That's it. Pound 250. Say the keyword free heart scan. You will be connected in seconds. Make that call today. Make this the day you take control of your long-term health care. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia.
Gift wrapping struggles, packed parking lots, tangled decorations. Take your family light years from the holiday routine with Holidays in Space at Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex, sponsored by Pepsi. Discover the nightly lighting of a 50-foot tree, the all-new projection show guided by our out-of-this-world host, Starflake, and the Rocketry Trail, sponsored by L3 Harris. Holidays in Space is included with general admission. Tickets on sale now at KennedySpaceCenter.com.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZQuil.
ZQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZQuil nights. Explore our products at ZQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Hey, it's Ryan Seacrest here. It is the holiday season, and it's time to indulge a little bit, but don't let indulging keep you from feeling your best. I have been drinking Health Aid Kombucha daily, and I have to tell you, it really is a game changer. It's easy to work into your routine. Health Aid Kombucha tastes amazing. Makes me feel less bloated. I mean, that's the effect it has on me. My favorite flavor is right now Strawberry Glow. And the best part, you can find Health Aid Kombucha at Whole Foods, Target, and Walmart, or at health-aid.com.
Hard Rock Bet presents Legal in Florida.
You can bet the game on Hard Rock Bet. No more betting inside your head. Now Hard Rock Bet is legal in Florida. Now Hard Rock Bet is legal in Florida. Legal in Florida. It's safe, it's legal. We'll repeat that it is legal. Top rated sports book and it's the only one that's legal.
Get a no-regret first bet up to $100 when you sign up now. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 and over and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
I'm Mary Kay McBrayer, host of the podcast, The Greatest True Crime Stories Ever Told, where I dig into crimes where a woman is not just a victim. She might be the detective, the lawyer, the witness, the coroner, the criminal, or some combination of those roles. These are the stories we need to know to understand the intersection of society, justice, and the fascinating workings of the human psyche. Listen to The Greatest True Crime Stories Ever Told on the iHeartRadio app, or wherever you get your podcasts.
No payments for 3 months with approved credit. Visit nationstrucks.com right now.
Watching the world burn with some friends since 2007. This
If you go to thenewsjunkie.com, you can learn more about the show, and you can subscribe to the podcast. It's absolutely free for you to do. And you can send dispatches, which is how you join us on the show. And I love to hear your first ever dispatches, because that's the first time we get to make contact with you, and you get to be introduced to the audience. So let's do that. We'll get to some of these in just a moment. But I did see this story today about how this research study said that your dog actively tries to make you laugh. Our pets, our dogs in particular, according to the study that they did at this place called Pet Lab Co., and they sound like they would know, your dog actively tries to make you laugh because they want to get responses like that out of you. I know, and Courtney and I talk about this whenever Lady does something annoying. It's like this dog's mission, day in, day out, every second of the day. Even if she's being as annoying as hell, she's trying to do everything she can to make us happy, because then she gets cheese balls or she gets treats or cookies or whatever.
Not the same for Carl.
Now they say that Carl is trying to make you laugh. Like Carl will try to see if he could do something that will get a laugh out of you and knowingly do that.
Okay, so I could see that in some of his mannerisms to try to get me to LOL, which it happens with, especially when he's like playing with his toys. But then there's other stuff where he is barking at Luna, my cat, who has done absolutely nothing. But then he barks so loudly that he can't, like, even his whole body can't stay still. And then he turns around and he's looking at me like, "Did you hear me bark? All right, I'll keep going for the next 5 minutes." And then I softball pitch him into the oven.
Yeah, it gets a little tough on your nerves sometimes. Have you ever seen, this happened to me so many times, have you ever seen Carl make a mistake and get embarrassed? I'll give you an example. Like maybe he's trying to jump onto the couch and then he falls and you look over at him and you can see that he's just embarrassed. He's like embarrassed of his
I also say it's embarrassing.
Yeah. And then if you look over at them, they like cower away because they don't want you to see them failing like this. Lexi does that, C-Lane?
Oh, yeah. Usually it's every once in a while she'll miss jumping on the bed. Mm-hmm. And it's hilarious.
Yeah. And if you connect eyes with them, they're like, did you just see that? Because sorry about that. I didn't mean to do that on purpose. The Junkie Clause is going to be a victory for me. I'm quite sure now. But I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll shift the goalpost here a little bit because it's ridiculous to think that we're going to have people buying 4XL pink this week in Florida shirts. These will sell out before the end of the day because we'll find the right person for each one of them. But if you guys gobble up the 2 blues that are left, perfect for you if you're small, and 1 green, also small. We need small people to pull in the victory. Then I'll take a bite out of one of these African peppers that is next to me.
Are you going straight up, or are you going to put it on like a cracker or something?
Straight up.
Wow.
I'm just going to go bite right into it.
And
I'll
then,
take
today I learned right after.
And that's what I'm worried about. That's what I'm actually really worried about. Because if I get into a place where this is that bad, and then I can't even speak through Today I Learned, that's a real worst case scenario. But I'll shift the goalpost to make that better deal. That means there's only 3 left.
Do you want to send a copy of Today I Learned to one of us in case we need to
we got your back.
take over?
That's probably a good idea. I might need to do that if these go through. GetSkywall.com is where you get them. They'll be to you by Christmas, and they'll come with a random magnet and a random sticker for you, and I think you're going to love them. These are the designs that are in the office closet. We might as well work these out to people who are bitching about missing out on them. This is your opportunity at GetSkywall.com. All right, let's get some of you on the show, feature you in front of this audience, this great and beautiful audience Here's Bloodmouth talking about a movie review.
So I guarantee I know what Sean did. He sat on his phone and half paid attention to that movie, Leave the World Behind.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't pay attention, and he missed a bunch of little details, and then he got to the end, and he was like, that movie didn't make any sense at all. It was terrible.
Nah.
But you just didn't watch it, dude. That's all.
No,
It's a good movie.
I try to be honest with you. I would
That's
tell
all.
you if
Fine.
I didn't, and I absolutely am super guilty of sometimes we'll put on a movie. This happened last night. Cordy put on some horror holiday movie that just wasn't grabbing my attention. I mean, it wasn't the worst thing in the world, but half the time I'm on Twitter or I'm looking at this or that, or I'm getting something ready for the show tomorrow.
Making microwave pierogies.
I might be making some pierogies in the microwave. Who knows? It's anybody's guess. But when I watched this movie, I was actively paying attention to it because I wanted to know. It was kind of like a whodunit in some ways, but instead of whodunit, it was like, what the hell's going on here? And for this movie, what's the name of the movie again, in case somebody's just tuning in? I forgot.
Something about leaving the world behind?
Yeah, Leave the World Behind. For this movie, I was paying full attention, so I know all the things that happen. I know all the ins and outs of the story. It's not me. It's just that they didn't answer any of them. They left it on a cliffhanger because they're going to do the second one. And if I look at it from that perspective, I can still say that it wasn't a bad movie. I don't know if C-Lane would agree with me on that, because the run-up to it had my interest peaked, and I was enjoying it, and I was enjoying the characters a lot. And everybody did a really good job at acting in it. Even the girl who was annoying, she's supposed to be annoying. That's her role. That's literally the job that she was supposed to do. People have a hard time with that. Yeah, the young black girl. Her character was supposed to be annoying. That was one of the character traits that you were supposed to pick up from her. And when people watch these shows or movies sometimes, they walk away and they're like, oh my God, I hate that actress. And you go, you should be thanking that actress because her goal was to be pain in the ass character.
At one point, she was making me so incensed that I was like, is that Raven Simone? Is this?
I didn't mind her. I did not care for the boy, like the son. I'm like, every opportunity where he thought he's going to be a good big brother, he just says F you and who effing cares?
No, he was supposed to
and
be...
then masturbates.
The teenage brother who was at odds with his sister, and he did that fine too, but his role wasn't as important, I don't think. I think he was more on
damn teeth.
Ooh, that part. Yeah, that part was important to freaking me out. No, it wasn't that though. It wasn't that I wasn't paying attention. I was absolutely paying attention. I just thought they phoned it in at the end. All right, here we go. Here is the Big Show chiming in.
News Junkies, your boy Big Show here. So, Sean, I was going to buy the pink one, 4XL. It fit me. I'm a big boy. But it says sold out on the website.
Oh snap.
Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
Let me take a look. Maybe somebody did gobble up the pink 4XL. Let me just take a peek here and see what's open. It's the smalls on the pink side. Plus, the pink one is just less popular than the blue and the green. So you got that for you, too. I made the deal. We'll see if you guys can hold by your end. Right now, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back with the final dispatches. We're going to do the stories that didn't make the cut. And we're going to do Today I Learned to wrap everything up for a Thursday. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
On the next Jim Colbert Show, win them before you can buy them. Def Leppard and Journey. That's right, the 2024 Stadium Tour with special guest Cheap Trick. 3 legendary bands coming to Camping World Stadium July 10th. Tickets go on sale Friday at 10 a.m., but you can win them on our next show.
The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
Happy Tuesday, everyone. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro with a look at your Central Florida forecast. Afternoon highs today will be reaching the mild low 70s across the board. Passing clouds with dry skies. Overnight lows will be closer to the 60-degree mark with warming temperatures for your Wednesday. Once again, we stay dry. Remember to depend on and trust the Fox 35 Storm Team. I'm meteorologist Allison Gargaro.
This report is sponsored by Brightline Trains. Ride brighter to Miami's best beaches and resorts with Brightline's new train service to South Florida. Enjoy spacious seats, free Wi-Fi, and hourly departures from Orlando with stops in West Palm Beach, Fort Lauderdale, and more. Groups of 4 or more save 25%. Book now at GoBrightline.com.
Your childcare fell through, and suddenly you need money for a babysitter. But how? With the Solo Funds app, that's how. Solo is a community where other members loan you the cash you need at terms you select. No credit checks, no title loans, no faceless banks. Get the loan you need from a person who wants to see you succeed. Join the Solo movement. Join us at solofunds.com.
The next generation of streaming is here. Introducing Spectrum One Stream. Get 300 megabit internet for $49.99 a month, including advanced Wi-Fi, and one unlimited mobile line free for 12 months. And when you add Spectrum TV, get a Zumo Stream Box free for 12 months. Spectrum One Stream. It's streaming simplified. Visit spectrum.com for details. Offer subject to change. Valid for qualified residential customers only. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
Do you have information about a violent crime? Help solve crimes with your anonymous tips at crimeline.org. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Your tips make a difference. Say it here. It's anonymous at crimeline.org. Paid by CSTF.
The holiday countdown is on. Don't miss 50% off everything at your nearest Banana Republic factory store. Hurry to save on must-have gifts, winter essentials, and more. Now through December 19th.
Escape to the village of nothing much and delight in soothing tales from the lakefront inn to the downtown bookshop to the cabin in the woods. Based on the beloved Nothing Much Happens podcast, Stories from the Village of Nothing Much offers family-friendly, anxiety-relieving narratives celebrating small joys and community bonds.
A tower of a tree stood lit in her glory in our park, and we all clapped and whistled our approval.
Listen to Stories from the Village of Nothing Much on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Sick of paying $100 for groceries and getting nothing but eggs, orange juice, and a paper bag? Then download the Drop app. Drop lets you earn points with your everyday shopping and redeem them for gift cards. Want a free dinner with those groceries? Drop it. How about daily lattes? Drop it. So download Drop today and get $5 just for signing up. Use invite code GetDrop777. That's invite code GetDrop777.
Looking to take your next event to the next level? Party Time Rentals in Apopka serves all Central Florida.
From birthdays to weddings, corporate events to family reunions, Party Time Rentals in Apopka has everything you need to make your event unforgettable.
Our wide selection will make your party planning a breeze.
Our friendly staff is ready to help, ensuring your event goes off without a hitch.
Party Time Rentals in Apopka. Visit us today in Apopka or online at partytimeapopka.com.
Ready to change your phone service? You got to check out Boost Infinite Wireless at boostinfinite.com. You get their low price service and a brand new iPhone every year. And most importantly, listen to this, you get the benefit of Boost Infinite's new technology that selects between its own network and the other two major networks, so you get the best quality calls and data anywhere you are. No one else can do that except Boost. So head to boostinfinite.com today. That's boostinfinite.com. You owe it to yourself to learn what the folks at Boost have to offer. Again, that's boostinfinite.com or call 855-55-BOOST. Boost Infinite Wireless is the only carrier built for the next 50 years, not the last 50. So one more time, right now, go check out boostinfinite.com. That's boostinfinite.com. Why settle for one network when you can have three? See boostinfinite.com for terms and conditions.
How's your money feeling? It's about to feel happier with a certificate from Happy Money's partner, Alliant Credit Union. Elevate and increase your savings with 12-month terms and only $1,000 minimum. And the happiest part? Alliant certificates yield 5.25% APY annual percentage yield. Now that's a happier side of money. Elevate your savings. Go to happymoney.com/Alliant. That's ALLIANT. Funds insured up to $250,000 by NCUA. The APY is accurate as of the 11/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
Now 60 seconds on money-making scams and frauds. From the Federal Trade Commission, this is Sam Levine, the director of the Bureau of Consumer Protection. What should people do if someone gets in touch out of the blue asking for money?
Talk to someone you trust before you do anything. Talking about scams is one of the best ways to avoid them. Only scammers will tell you to pay by gift card, cryptocurrency, or money transfer. Finally, if you think something's a scam but you're still worried it might be real, call the real agency, person, or company involved, but only use a phone number or email you find yourself.
What should someone do if they think they paid a scammer?
Contact whoever you use to pay the scammer, your bank or credit card, the gift card or wire transfer company, or the cryptocurrency platform. Tell them it was fraud and ask them to reverse the payment. You have your receipt or the gift card number. It's definitely worth a try.
Learn more about how to spot, avoid, and report frauds and scams at consumer.ftc.gov.
iHeartRadio is your #1 app for the holidays. Just open the app and search iHeart Holiday and start listening to Magic 107.7, plus all kinds of other holiday stations, playlists, and podcasts. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
Original MTV VJ Martha Quinn here. Pearl's Specialties olives are bursting with flavor and add the perfect Mediterranean twist to everyday meals and snacks. Rock your recipes with Pearl's Specialties olives. For quality you can trust, look for the sunny yellow jar at your local Walmart.
Forever at the crossroads between viral news and total chaos.
Make the cut. And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Tuesday. That's right. 3 shows left, friends. 3 shows left in 2023. You see that finish line. It's right in front of us. And
you know what I see right in front of me?
What?
Victory.
What victory for what?
Fritz on the street.
Oh, yeah, tomorrow?
I could see that in front of you, too. It's literally impossible for us.
We don't have a shot in hell unless you step up and give us an opportunity to maybe get like 10,000 points for the last question.
If I'm declared the winner and I still get the trophy, then yes.
That doesn't make any sense.
He's fought for this all year, so he doesn't want to just give it up on some whim, changing the scores. I'm still going to fight hard. And I'm going to say, yeah, maybe you won the whole year, but I won the last one of 2023.
You don't get a trophy for that.
I know, but it feels good. Okay. And you end on a nice note for Fritz on the street for the year. That I like. I'm cool with that.
Speaking of nice notes, you ready to put that thing in your mouth?
I mean, they're basically gone. But I'm not going to eat one of these things. I don't know anything
That's
about
messed up
this.
that you had people scramble to buy this stuff and you're not gonna eat that pepper like you promised.
I'm going to eat it off air. I'm going to eat it off the show. I mean, after the show, I'll have like a little lunch and then I'll just have a bite of one of these. I'm going to do it. I'll do it before the show's over, but I don't want to do it right now because I'm kind of scared of it, to be honest. All right.
Did you send one of us today, I learned?
No.
Ooh, okay, well.
You guys just babble if I become completely inconsolable over here.
I got it.
It can't be that bad, right? Like, it can't be so bad that I'm not going to be able to finish this show. I think it would be hot, but I ate that whole jalapeno that one time, and it was nothing for me. How many Scoville units is a jalapeno? Seem like
2 million?
Because I could get through one of those. Is it 2 million?
I just made that up. I have no idea.
Oh, okay. Somebody figure it out for me.
Well, 2,500 to 8,000, depending on. Everyone's different.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
This thing's 350 million. It said. Unless that's crazy. That's what I thought it said when I looked it up. I thought the scale was a bit more even than that. That doesn't sound great. All right, let's go to some of these final dispatches. Here's I'm a PC joining us right at the end of the show.
So has anybody made a comment about how the podcast where nothing much happens now has another podcast where nothing much happens in the town where nothing much happens? That podcast is getting ridiculous. How do they even have sponsors for anything?
I don't know, sir. I guess they're eager to hand out money around these parts, just not to the right people. They have a podcast about a fake town and then a spin-off of the podcast about this fictional fake town where everything goes right. Maybe people are really depressed out there and they need a pick-me-up and they're going to this. That's the best I can think of. Here's Glob 22 talking about the teacher who was having sex with the 18-year-old student.
Hey, I think the mom's got the wrong idea on the teacher-student issue there. She's a biology teacher, so she was tutoring him privately on Homo sapien copulation. I think she should send the mom an invoice.
Good luck with that defense. Not sure it's going to work out for you. And the last one here that I want to do here is Swilly talking about peppers.
Hey, everybody, happy today.
Hey.
So I used to grow Carolina Reapers, which are extremely hot peppers, I think from Trinidad. I don't know where they're at on the list now as far as the hottest pepper goes, because every year they come out with a hotter one. I do know that they get to about 2 million Scoville units, which is hot as hell.
This must not be as many as I
fantastic
said.
flavor, though. I really like cooking with them. That being said, I have eaten one, and it was one of the worst decisions that I've ever made in my life. So I don't know why everybody wants Sean to eat these hot peppers, because then we'd have to spend the rest of the show listening to him cough and choke and slobber on himself.
I want to cough and choke. I thought I was just going to sweat a little bit from this thing.
You might get the hiccups, like violently.
Oh, great. Oh, it's fantastic. That's exactly what I'm looking for here.
I mean, the people will be so entertained.
No, they won't. It's not going to be that great.
Okay.
I'm pulling it out of the bag here. All right, let's do the stories that didn't make the cut, brought to you by Nations Trucks. Love all our friends over there. Get the truck of your dreams. Find it on the lot. It's waiting for you, whether you want a big truck, a little truck, a work truck, a business truck, whatever it is you need. It's on the lot at nationstrucks.com. Kid Rock now saying he supports Bud Light. He's back on board.
Oh.
He said they got the message. So now he's back on board. He said, hopefully other companies get it too. But at the end of the day, I don't think the punishment they've been getting at this point fits the crime. He's back on Team Bud Light.
What is his indication to him that Bud Light has received the message?
Exactly.
Maybe because they've tried to put out like a bunch of Americana ads in the wake of this.
And it turns out those craft beers that were anti-woke, a lot more expensive to put inside the honky-tonk bar.
Yeah, those didn't really pan out. All right, here we go. I'm just going to take the littlest nibble of this, okay? I'm not kidding. It's the littlest
It already
bite.
looks bit into.
No, it's not. It's just the shape of it. It's weird shaped.
Oh, my God, bigger than that.
Well, how big am I supposed to go? This thing's hot.
Bite.
Already. Oh, just from my tongue touching that. Oh,
Swallow
my
it.
God. Oh, my God. Oh.
You okay?
I just touched my tongue to the inside of this thing. That is maybe the hottest thing I've ever had in my mouth in my life. Oh, no.
Sorry, Court.
Oh, no.
I got today,
Okay.
I learned, so you're all set.
All right.
Let me just grab it from the printer real quick.
All right, hang on. Here we go. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
Oh, my God. I'm not even kidding. Oh, look at this thing.
Take the rest of it. Might as well.
No, oh, no way.
Come on.
Just touching my tongue. This is the hottest thing I've ever had in my mouth. Whew. I can't swallow anything because it's like I've been pepper sprayed down my throat. All right. Today I learned for a Tuesday, December 12th, 2023. Today I learned sponsored by J. David Tax Law. Peace of mind is only a click or a phone call away.
You okay? You're getting a little pale there.
I'm okay. Today I learned this guy right here.
Alice Cooper?
Alice Cooper is correct. Today I learned the Hollywood sign. My lips are on fire right now. The Hollywood sign was rebuilt after a successful campaign in 1978 by Alice Cooper. He was one of...
You just snotted all over the camera.
It's not coming out of my nose. He was one of the celebrities to step up and pay $27,000 for each one of the letters. Oh,
buddy.
Damn.
Dude, you're not doing well.
No.
I can see the sweat glistening.
Can you see the snot coming?
It's a good camera.
Oh, God. All right. Today I learned there was a survey of five. Yeah, right here on my mouth. Like, it's really, really uncomfortable right now. In a survey of 500 law firm workers, over 50% confirmed that legal TV shows had influenced their career choice, and 57% of them felt like the TV series that impacted them was a realistic description of a legal career.
Eyes aren't even open.
Lee Rhodes says, rub your eyes, it makes the heat go away.
No, it doesn't. I know that doesn't work. Today I learned this band right here. Linkin Park.
Linkin Park.
Yeah, that's correct. Linkin Park's debut album Hybrid Theory
was a good one, that's for sure.
Was so good that it's the highest best-selling debut album of the 21st century to this date. Mo Manji, I hate you. And why would you do this to any human being?
Junkie Claus comes through.
We're out of here.
Best
we'll
luck
see
to
you
your
tomorrow.
BH.
Same time, same place. And if you missed any of the show, go get the podcast.